Welcome to another episode of Debauchery and Dragons. This is your Dungeon Master, John Hoover. With us tonight, we have Tabitha Raye Miller playing Calica.
Hi, y'all.
We have Josh Schwartz playing Hart.
Woo.
And we have Kip playing Aytrax.
Meat people are weird.
Very nice, guys.
True.
So, yes, yet another episode of Debauchery and Dragons for you guys. We unfortunately do not have Salary Silvertoes here with us this evening. Todd is recuperating with a flu, unless he shows up suddenly out of nowhere, deciding that he just can't stay away for a night.
I'm thinking it's going to happen.
I will probably take at least some of Sally's actions to help you guys out throughout the night. Yeah. You not having him here is definitely a disadvantage to you guys this evening.
Yeah, if you want to give me control.
I'm going to recommend. Yeah, I'll recommend he thunderwaves.
Do you want control so you can run him?
Yeah, I'll put him
drag him around and stuff.
And drive him around.
Yeah. I don't have any reason as to why he's down right now, but yeah. I didn't think to come up with a valid reason as to why he's not with us this evening. I guess I should have, as DM, or why he isn't partaking in the adventure very much. Let me see here.
He got spent because we didn't take a long rest, and he just raged, not literally, but he did.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's kind of thinking about what he just did.
Who knows? Maybe he got hit by a bolt of wild magic and went mute for an evening for some reason.
I think he's contemplating his actions and how angry he was.
So in theory, you have control of him now, Josh. All right. So anyone want to do the recap of last week, or 2 weeks ago, whatever, last campaign? Volunteers. I'm cool with doing it. Okay.
All right.
So. When last we left our adventurers, they had woken up in the Furbog village and found that the Furbogs were quickly raising their defenses, making the village far more hostile towards all outsiders, including the party themselves. They quickly departed the village and continued on a eastward journey, following their new map that they had gotten from Antonio of the Bourdain clan. And heading towards the Dwarven mining village. On their path there, they came upon some ancient Fey ruins where a recent murder had taken place. Using their fine skills, they were able to follow the murderer's trail and kind of work their way along. Ended up spending a night above the trail in a tree, and while they were sleeping that evening, an evil redcap happened upon, coming down the trail, following the exact same trail that they were. They waited till morning, got up, continued on tracking from the trail, and came upon a battle between the redcap and a large group of goblins. Watching the furious redcap brutalize the goblins, making a bloody mess of them as redcaps do. However, the redcap was eventually overwhelmed, fell, and the goblins ended up scurrying off into the forest. And in the distance, the party saw Lord, whose name I don't remember off the top of my head, Lord Karnak, in the distance, who they previously had described to them by the Furbolgs. They chased after Lord Karnak and went sprinting off into the woods. You guys cornered him at the base of a tree, questioned him for a bit about why he was following you, who had sent him, and then proceeded to murder him. The stuff that you guys got from Lord Karnak was that you had all been captured based on the fact that there was something special within your destiny that had been identified. And so the 4 of you had specifically been targeted for kidnapping. Did you get the name of the Lord of the keep?
I don't.
Yes, possibly.
I think you guys did.
Hold on, I screenshotted it. so I can know.
I wrote it down. I can't read my own handwriting. Master
Vertavu.
Vutavu, yes.
Vutavu, yeah.
All right, so you found out that it is Vutavu's keep that you were at. He was the one that specifically had you guys kidnapped. You found out that Vutavu, you don't know who Vutavu is yet, but you did find out that he was opposing the actions of some devils, or a devil, right? And that he was basically recruiting individuals of special ability and special destiny into his army, wiping their minds, training you up, and then you were going to fight against the devil and whatever its purpose was on his behalf.
Yeah, sounds like a good guy.
Sounds like a good guy, you know?
Nothing-
I mean, he's opposing the devil at least, you know? There's that going on for him, right? You know? Mixed motives, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that's most of what you guys got from him before he kind of just freaked the hell out and you guys ended up murdering him. After you killed Lord Karnak,
Sally.
I
you
see
saw
that.
him.
Don't lump us in.
Fair enough. Before Sally brutally murdered Lord Karnak. And you guys found out once he was dead that he was in fact a doppelganger as he morphed into the doppelganger form. And Hart, you had previously seen that same doppelganger as much as they are distinct from each other, which is who kidnapped you under a different identity.
Sally.
That was Sally. You're right. Sally had gotten kidnapped by him. Yep.
Giant purple people eaters.
Yeah.
Yes. Cool.
I was trying to see if I got. Let's see. Nope, I didn't get any body parts to collect off the.
Well, the body. Okay, so.
Well, we're still there.
That's everything you missed. Aytrax, and as we're hanging out here, I mean, okay, so we pick back up with our adventure. You guys are currently standing over the murdered body of the doppelganger, and as you stand here,
you did get a vial of doppelganger blood.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, did you get a vial of his blood? Okay.
Yes.
Per our journal.
So, as we rejoin our adventurers, we find them standing over the body of the recently murdered Lord Karnak. Or at least the doppelganger whom the party knows as Lord Karnak. Dun, dun,
Right, so we don't know if that was like who the doppelganger was impersonating as a real person or if that was...
Right, because if you guys remember, he gave Sally a different name and it was actually a different identity that when he attacked Sally. So, you guys don't necessarily know what his true name was. As Calica, Hart, Sally, and Aytrax take in their surroundings, they begin to realize that they have finally reached the outer edge of the Great Wild Wood. Right? You guys have a map from Antonio, and based on that map, you had a rough idea of where you were going.
I think
before you guys sprayed off the path, at least. Before them, not more than 50 yards away through the trees, a great open plain beckons. So the image you guys see there on the screen is more or less what you guys see. You guys are back in the woods a little ways still. You're probably about, say, 30 yards off from this right now. But beyond that, you see this open plain in the distance.
All right. I'm looking at the map currently that we got.
Yeah, if you look at Roll 20, you'll see it on there. That's the image, I think. Did I mess it up?
I just see clouds.
Oh, zoom it. You're zoomed way in. Zoom out a little bit. See a little bar in the top right corner?
Yeah, it's the Windows background.
That thing right there. Yeah, basically. If you zoom out of the image a little bit, it'll make a little more sense what I'm talking about. Okay, so, and I want to bring something up real quick for you guys.
Yeah, I haven't found it yet.
There we go.
I can see you now.
Okay, yeah. So, let me see if I can make this a little bigger and then share it with you guys. Whoa, that's what I wanted to do. There we go. 1 second. Let me switch my screen so you guys can see what I want you to see. Okay. Share screen. There we go. All right. So if you guys look at the Zoom real quick.
Got it.
You'll see the current map. And basically where the mouse pointer is at there, I think you guys can see that.
Yes.
You guys are probably right about there, right? You crossed the river, if you remember. Right?
Yep.
And then you guys sprint through the woods, and so you're kind of hanging out right there. On the edge of what's, the Ejen Horo there, right, is what's labeled as going across there. So That's where you guys are currently hanging out at. Just to give you a quick point of reference.
Is that is the brown trail on there? Do we think that that's the trail that we were following in the woods?
Yes, that's definitely. You guys would know that's the trail that you were following. Yeah, that's the trail that left out and headed towards, and the furbolgs would have filled you in on that. Hey, yeah, this is the trail right here. This is where you guys are going to. All right, so the plain before you guys is covered with tall, gently flowing grass, only broken by an occasional scattered tree. As they look on, the cool air of a late fall afternoon flows into the forest from the wide open space. It's probably in the 50s right now, if you guys had to guess. Continuing to look about, the party also has a dawning realization that they have become a bit lost. The trail leading to the Dwarven mining camp was left behind in their rush to capture Lord Karnak. Without the trail under their feet, the party no longer is aware of exactly how far they have traveled or where they may be on a newly acquired map. But you guys have a rough idea. You're not that far. When I actually originally was thinking about that, I thought you guys had ran a little bit further, but really you didn't go too far away. So you still have a pretty good idea of where you're at.
All right. So let's hope that we can possibly find our trail again.
So if we headed west,
if you wanted to, yeah. If you wanted to head back into the woods. It's about, it's early afternoon, given on where the sun's at, from what you guys can tell. You're still in the forest, but if you step out, you'd see that it's roughly early afternoon. That's about where you guys are at right now.
Okay, so this body is starting to stink. So what do you guys want to do?
Well, I think we still need to get back to some civilization and make contact with some of our I don't know. People? We need more information for sure. Yeah. Although apparently we're being hunted to some degree.
Yeah.
I don't know.
By one less now.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I'm wondering if we should travel by night, since two of us have night vision or dark vision.
Even though we have dark vision, one of us is totally not stealthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, let's see, who all has dark vision? Aytrax doesn't have dark vision, and I believe...
Hart and...
Sally does not either.
Sally doesn't either, yeah.
Gnomes don't have dark vision?
Sally doesn't have it.
He's a halfling.
Oh, okay, that's right. That's right. Okay.
I'm deep gnome.
You're the deep gnome. That's right. Okay. Yeah, so... Yeah.
We can all hold hands. It's cool.
It's fine.
If you want... Well, that's something... Do we want to go back into the trees the way we came, or do we want to go west to meet up with the path again?
You guys would definitely appreciate the fact that you have an open plain in front of you. You've been in this deep, dark forest for going on almost a week straight now. I mean, you were in the Furbolg village for a bit, so you kind of got away from it for a little while. But, no, I mean, actually, do you guys want just trying to give you, like, the way your character would be feeling a little bit at least? I mean,
please don't. Out of 3 days.
Hart probably wouldn't be bothered by the fact that he was in the deep, dark forest, given that he's a deep gnome. Doesn't affect him at all. The rest of you guys, maybe not. Depending on your character.
Yeah, I think we should head west. Just how we go about that is my only, what I'm wondering. I think we should still try to get back to the head towards the Dwarven mining area.
What are the trees like here? Are they sparse, or is it pretty first?
So the trees, the forest that you're in is very dense. It is basically an untouched forest. You guys are pretty remote right now. You're on the northern edge of the forest. Looking at the map, there's a couple cities on the southern end of the forest. So if you're there, it'd probably thinned out a little bit more. It probably would have been harvested a bit more. But where you guys are at, it's pretty thick.
So there's no, we can't see within a certain amount of feet within there. It would just be.
Yeah, you can't see the trail from where you're at, for sure.
All right, what do you guys want to do?
Let me see.
Can I see anything beyond the
do me a favor,
plane?
guys. Go ahead and everybody do a perception check for me. Or survival, whichever one you want. Perception or survival.
Whoop, whoop.
Nice.
Sorry.
All right,
Hart
so
rolls
everybody did
22.
perception. Okay, so we got 22 from Hart, 21 from Aytrax, and we have an 8 from Tabby with her
I don't want
excellent
to talk
perception.
about it.
So, Aytrax and Hart, two things that you guys notice. You guys notice that far, far on the horizon, as you're peering through these trees, you think you see a wooden object of some kind. You know, just on the very edge of your field of vision, way out there. You know, to the point where it's just kind of fuzzy. It's not clearly not a tree. You see something
Maybe it's
that
a sign.
might be some kind of stand or something like that. A sign, possibly some type of wooden structure of some kind.
Maybe it's a death pole.
Maybe it's a death pole.
I'm going to go with that based on our look.
Maybe it's a murder tree of some kind. You also notice that the wind suddenly shifts and starts blowing from the east instead of the west.
That's not me.
Yeah, I meow when I
What could that mean? Did I notice that too?
Wait, what did I say? Sorry, the wind was coming. The wind was coming from. What did I say? From the east instead of the west.
Yes, it started to come. It changed, and now it's coming.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's correct. Okay. Let's make sure I said it right.
Is that something I would also notice, especially since I have fur?
No, because you are apparently distracted by the rotting body beneath your feet, and so you weren't paying enough attention to realize.
Yeah, that's how I noticed it. I saw your fur change direction.
There you go.
Quit looking at my ass.
Nice.
Well, I think we should go out to see what the thing is. Maybe it's a like a road sign or something, or it'll show us like where we need to go or orient us. It's totally not like a stick person that's going to kill us, or
yeah, it's totally not a murder creature at all.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
I don't know about you guys, but I don't feel comfortable just gallivanting out into.
We'll send Sally out there. He's up for it, right, Sally?
Go, Sally, go.
Well, yeah, guys, I'm up for it.
I'll send him out
I'm up for anything, guys.
Where's Chef Antonio when you need his ghost friend?
Is the murder pole in vaguely the direction that we're going, or?
So you see it. It is effectively due north of where you're at.
Okay.
So it's like not in the direction we want to go.
Not really in the direction that you guys would want to go. No.
I'm gonna relook at this map real quick.
Absolutely, go for it.
Let's see what is directly north.
And for those of you guys just listening to the podcast of this, the map they're looking at right now is actually you can find it, or you can find the true version of it versus the one they got from Chef Antonio is weather worn and kind of destroyed a little bit. Doesn't show everything that you would see, but I think let me see if I remember this right.
Okay, I have a couple questions.
Okay, I might have an answer.
Can we?
If you Google Ejen Horo, you can bring up the map that Ejen Horo map, Ejen Horo map. You can bring up the map they're looking at. So, anyways, you were asking?
Can
Calica?
we see or hear the river to our left?
Let's see.
It should be to our.
It'd be to your right.
Correction,
right.
to our
Yeah,
right.
it'd be back to the east.
Your other one.
Yeah. As you're looking out at the field, it'd be to your right or to the east, always.
So we can see it?
I would say no. You definitely can't see it, and you also you can't hear it either. But you hear the forest sounds around you. If you remember, when you came to the river, it wasn't real high. The level of it.
Right, we walked across it.
Yeah, you guys basically were able to walk right across it. So, you kind of have you saw the banks were higher, so you kind of have the feeling that if this was maybe
the rainy season.
Rainy season, yeah, you'd be able to see it. But it's late fall now. There's no snowmelt coming out of the mountains right now, nothing like that. So levels are probably down a little bit.
What are those? Are those hills? The little circles
The little circles.
on the map.
Oh,
Do we know what that is or no?
Let me pull it
Yeah,
up.
I think those are interpreted as hills.
Okay, so on the map, the black circle, you mean? Or
there's
those are ones.
like,
Yes. So yes, those are. And actually, let me describe the area around you guys a little bit more to you. Now that you asked that question, as you guys walk out to the plain, right now you guys can't really see a whole lot.
Okay.
Do you guys walk out to the plain or not? Out to the actual open area?
Yeah, I'm up for that.
Can I
Okay.
see that? Is that a hill? Because I just want to see if it's a hill.
So look at the map. You would assume that those are hills. Yes.
Okay.
If
Well,
you
then
walk
this
out,
would be my suggestion. Instead of
Okay.
walking due north, which to the murder pole, if we can see the hill to our left, we can go on top of the hill to see if we can see further around us. That would just be my suggestion. But
Yeah.
you guys are the ones that just jump into shit all handy dandy. So
if you guys do walk out there, let's pretend that you guys walk to the edge just so you can look like left and
I'm
right.
fine.
Okay.
I'll walk out there.
Nothing
Yeah, we're on
immediately
the
kills
edge.
you. It's perfectly fine. Okay. So you look to your left, and what you guys see to your left,
Grass.
you see the hills that are described on the map there. You see that the plain basically develops into rolling hills is more or less what you see over that direction. It starts to get a little bit hillier. And then beyond that, you see that it goes into a true mountain range to the west there. On the map, it says Mountains of Copper. So you can assume those are the Mountains of Copper. You see them there. One of the things you notice about the Mountains of Copper is that there's spots of like haze there, right? Where it doesn't, like, it's relatively clear blue sky right now. It's not a bad day out, but looking over there, it does look, a bit hazy, more so than what you would expect.
like pollution.
Kind of like pollution, as a matter of fact. If coming from the cities, if you guys have been in the major cities in winter when people are burning stuff to stay warm, it kind of does remind you of that.
Can I smell it?
Roll for perception, actually, as you sniff the air.
DM, can we lose
I
that
take that-
jungle sound?
Sure, why not? Yeah. 1 second, let me get rid of that. Just for Tabby.
Thank you. We were talking about this
There you
earlier.
go.
I work with all. It's all day.
So I lost my train of thought. So you can go ahead and roll for perception.
Are you sure? Because you
Yeah,
took it back
if you want to. Yeah, you can. Sure, absolutely.
to see if I can smell anything
See if you can smell it
or anything.
or anything at all. Yeah.
I got a true 20 that time.
True 20. Wow. So what you smell is the smell of death from the doppelganger that's been hanging out for like an hour now, and kind of fouled himself when he was stabbed in the back of the neck by Sally. That's about the only thing that you smell right now is the doppelganger and what he did to himself when he was murdered.
Awesome.
Although the wind shifted around, you may have been able to smell it a few minutes ago, but once the wind shifted, it's not blowing the right direction for you anyways now.
Okay.
If you look to the east, what you guys see going back that way is some low-lying hills along like the forest edge. And then very, very far in the distance, you guys can see a mountain peak. Way, way off. Further than the Mountains of Copper away, you guys see a mountain peak far in the distance.
Like towards Spider Haunt?
Towards that, exactly. That's the mountain peak that you see, as a matter of fact. Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, guys, what do you want to do? Let's get away from the smell. It's not as bad, but I can still smell it.
I'm more comfortable like with the plains now that we realize that it's kind of hilly. I think we could, if we need to evade something, maybe we can, we can get into like the low points and.
Says the little guy. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, it's fine.
You're just walking with 6'7" and 7 foot here. No big deal.
I feel quite confident that
I'm gonna
I can
throw
get away.
you across the plane.
Okay. And as you guys are standing there, making your decision as to what you want to do.
We're going.
No, you guys are good. Don't worry.
No, we're going.
Yeah. Do you guys agree that we should go towards the Dwarven like mining area that was on the map, or should we could follow like the tree line, and there was a city that's down like along the trees that way too. Do you guys have any opinions?
I think
Everyone was silent.
if we're gonna go north eventually, then I'd rather cut north now. That way we don't have so much mountain, because if we go to the other city towards the east, the southeast, then we're gonna have to go all the way back up and across those mountains again, and it'll be further. So I choose the path of West Mountain.
Well, I don't think there's any mountains. If you look at the map, like the trees like go and they meet the mountains of copper.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Aren't we supposed to be going north? Like way north?
I don't know. Where are we heading north?
I thought that's where home was.
You guys were heading previously to the west along the trail towards the Dwarven mining camp, or mining outpost, I believe it's called there on the map.
But why were they going that way? We forgot.
Well, if we went, it was like some civilization. If we head back towards there, maybe there's actually like some travel routes. We could get horses. We could actually like get transportation.
Hey, Aytrax, you want to ride a horse?
Sure.
And as you guys are standing there talking about things, you suddenly hear that wasn't very impressive. Let's try better. And you look off to the, if you guys look at the Zoom screen right now, you look off to, you hear it come from the east, where you were previously. Or closer to where you were previously, at least. And you hear the rumble of thunder because it's far, far away, but as you watch, you see enormous lightning strikes over and over and over again at a specific point on that mountain
That's a
peak.
cat. I don't like it. Let's go.
And as you watch, what was clear blue sky a moment ago suddenly starts to blacken above that peak. And you see swirling clouds around that point, expanding outward and outward and outward. And as you stand there, the wind begins to pick up around you, going faster and faster.
Has any of us experienced something like this before?
No. I mean, you can do Arcana check.
Yeah,
to
I
see
saw
what,
the movie once.
Yeah.
I was going to say, it feels like I should know something about realms opening or something. What am I doing?
Yeah, it was Ghostbusters, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I mean, this is far away. It's not above you yet, but you guys are seeing this taking place in the distance.
If anybody asks you if you're the gatekeeper, the answer is yes. Is there anywhere for us to shelter?
So So you guys are in the woods right now. You don't really see any immediate shelter around you. You know, the woods here have been pretty level. There's not really any hills or anything in these woods. It's pretty flat. You haven't seen many ravines or anything like that. As you look around, you know, you see the hills towards the west that you could possibly make for and try to find somewhere to shelter in there possibly. You see to your north the object you saw behind a while back. You could head back into the woods, but again, pretty level in there. Not a whole lot of stuff. Maybe you could find a fallen tree or something like that, possibly. Yeah, those are kind of your options at the moment.
Okay, I say no to the hill, obviously, because it's up higher. You want to go to the murder pole, or do you want to go along the tree line to the town?
The murder pole. Just to clarify, it doesn't look like a pole.
It's canon. It's murder pole. So.
You can't really tell exactly what it is.
We've already named it.
Apparently.
It's
giving us some bad vibes. We don't like it.
Yeah.
I say we go west towards like someplace where we could take shelter.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go.
And as you guys stand there, you also feel the temperature around you begin to fall, and rather rapidly.
Let's go.
Yep. I'm ready to move. I don't think we're gonna outrun the storm, but hopefully we can get some good distance.
You want to
Yeah,
do
it's fine
stealthy or
something.
not stealthy?
If you had to guess right now, you'd say the winds are like about 20 miles per hour at the moment.
Yeah.
Are we
I'm not,
dashing?
with the winds and everything at that speed, it's not going to matter that we run that fast. Or the sound of us running isn't going to be like noticed. So I'm especially with all the grass and everything. I'm fine with not being stealthy and going west and trying to find some shelter, if possible.
Are we running or
Visual
not
screen's
running?
good.
I would say we should dash
Yeah,
Dashing?
to the
to the
snow.
snow.
So you
trying to
guys
figure out
can.
what was wrong with your
So you
faces.
guys can run. You guys can dash like that if you want to. Here's the way the dashing works. Is you can do it for 3 rounds, no problem. So you guys can cover. Let's see, that'd put you at about 180 feet out, more or less. That you can cover at that speed. After that, you guys are going to have to start rolling to see if you get exhaustion tacked onto you. So you can't dash indefinitely. It starts to wear you out after a little while.
God, I really think we'd make it to the path by then.
Well, are you guys going? What direction do you guys decide to go?
Tree
West.
line.
West. Okay,
What?
so you're going west. Okay. All right. Yeah. So, I absolutely. So you guys take off running.
Yep.
Okay.
Up.
Cool. All right. So
Yeah.
you guys are bucking along. Okay. So I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna worry about the actual rules for this. You guys would be able to run for an hour, no problem. You guys are all in pretty fantastic shape at this point.
How do
given
constructs get exhausted, by the way?
Right.
I was thinking. I'll be honest. I was thinking that. I was like,
Do you get exhausted, or are you immune to exhaustion?
I don't know that says that I'm immune to exhaustion, but
I feel like maybe you should be. Maybe not. I don't know.
Like, do you sweat?
There's lots of weird things with the constructs, especially in 5. Constructs have lots of weirdness going on. But anyway, so you guys have no problem making some headway, go in that direction.
Well, we're looking for shelter as we go.
Okay, absolutely. And after about an hour, you guys are, let's see, an hour gets you significant. You're about halfway to the start of the hills after an hour of going, based on what the map looks like and whatnot.
Oh, what?
At this point, it is significantly colder than what it was before. You guys actually feel as though it's probably gotten to the point where it's below freezing at this point. So temperature has
Good thing
dropped
we're running.
amazingly. The clouds are continuing to gain on you guys, although they're not above you yet. And you see in the arch of clouds behind you, you see lightning strikes behind you as it's going on. You see, the wall of rain basically that's following you in the distance. And it looks like it is moderate rain. So it's nothing insane at this point.
What does moderate rain look like again?
You tell me.
I suggest that we stay off the high points, and we also stay out of definitely like the low points in case there's like any flooding or thing with like a flash flood. But
Have we seen any changes in the landscape in it at all? Besides that, we see the hills now. Is it starting to change? Is the forest starting to open up at all?
Roll a perception roll.
$21.
So Calica, let's see, what'd you get? So we got a 10 from Hart, a 21 from Calica, and we got Aytrax.
hold on, perception.
All right, so Calica actually notices as you guys are sprinting along, a herd of antelope also running in the same direction you are, far to the north. So they came wherever they were at. They apparently don't like the storm either, and they are booking out also.
Okay, are they
But beyond that, you guys
north,
don't.
or are they straight west?
You guys don't get attacked by anything. You still have the forest to your south side that's kind of veering away from you a little bit. You're putting a little bit of distance between, or are you guys staying right on the edge of the forest?
thought we were gonna follow the tree line.
You're following the tree line? Okay, yeah. So you guys are kind of veering a little bit south as you go along.
Yeah, I'd say as
and
far
steadily
as
moving towards the
following
hills.
as far as directionally goes, like not like following every little cranny.
Right.
we're
Yeah,
going
you guys
that
are taking a straight path, basically, but not getting too
keeping
far
it
away from
aside,
it.
kind of paralleling.
All right. Also, as you guys are running, let's see. It's been
I'm
about
gonna tell the
an
guys
hour
about the
now,
antelope.
so it's not dusk yet. So you guys are still okay there.
The animals are doing the same thing we're doing.
They're doing the same thing you guys are doing. Yep.
So, your description of the storm, like when the hitting on the mountain, it didn't seem possibly natural. Like there might be something unnatural about it.
It is unnatural.
Okay, that's something that our characters understand. That like this is not
right, and you can do an Arcana check if you want and see.
I already did one.
Something seems up.
What was it? 9?
Mine was only a 9.
Yeah,
so
you didn't know anything about it. You're like, yeah, that doesn't seem natural.
Well, that's weird.
20.
Hart rolled a 20.
And 22. Okay. So Hart and Aytrax, you certainly realize that it doesn't seem to be natural at all. You don't know a specific spell that might be responsible for something like that. It's beyond anything that you've ever seen before.
Mm-hmm.
You certainly would understand that there must be something significant of significant energy taking place in that area for there to be lightning strikes over and over again in the same exact spot like that. Beyond that, you don't really know what would be causing it.
Okay. All right.
Cool.
Yeah. Still no signs of place for shelter or anything.
No, not yet. So you guys, I'm assuming you continue along the path for another hour,
Yes.
right? The temperature continues to drop around you. Not as fast as it was, though. It slows down a bit. However, it is now snowing on top of you.
It is significantly cold.
It is significantly cold, yes. Thankfully, in Dungeons and Dragons, characters are a little bit more resilient than they are in the real world when it comes to cold temperatures. You guys are on the very edge of where it starts to feel like it would really start to have an effect on you. You know,
well, not the fact that we've been running for we've been exercising for 2 hours. You would think that it would have.
Right, you're pretty warm. You know, you're doing okay. And actually, as you guys are going along now, let me bring up the map real quick here so we have to reference.
I'm guessing my my wonderful furbog kilt.
Yeah, right. Let me see. That did show up there. So, and as you guys are going along, you actually see the trail coming out of the woods. So now 2 hours have gone past. You guys have been jogging along the edge of the woods here, and you actually see the trail where it exits, or at least you're assuming it's the trail. You know, based on what the map is and everything. And you're now to your immediate north is the edge of the first foothill, where you can start to see it. You know, as much as you can tell it kind of elevation is starting to increase a little bit. And you have the path to your left. The path doesn't show real strongly here, you know, because you're kind of in the grasslands and stuff like that. It's not heavily worn.
It just looks like a beaten path. There's
right. One thing that you guys do notice, though, is as you're approaching it, you actually see signs of traffic coming off your way also from the path, as though people get to this point and some of them maybe go straight through into the woods, and some of them kind of veer off in your direction at this point.
To where
we haven't seen any live.
To where you came from. You guys haven't seen anybody else or anything like that, but yeah, you just see like old tracks basically, right? It looks like it's worn a little bit more here. Like maybe some people go off into the woods, some people go up your way from this point.
Like to the Furbog village?
That's where going through the woods would eventually lead. And if you remember, what the Furbogs told you guys was that between them and the dwarves, they make an actual effort to maintain this trail somewhat. You know, it's not heavily patrolled. It's not like you're going to run into guards going down this trail. It's not like it's perfectly safe by any means. But at the same time, it's there. You know, it's a maintained trail.
Okay.
All right. Well, when we did encounter the other groups last time, I don't know if they're...
You talking about Antonio?
Well, no, not Antonio. Was it was it goblins or orcs that were fighting the red cap?
Goblins.
Goblins.
Yep, you guys did see the goblins that were there. Yep.
Yeah, we should have asked if they were who they were like affiliated with. If that was
Well, they
with,
ran off to the north.
doppelganger.
Yeah, they took off. If you remember, they got
Yeah.
out of Dodge after the. Yeah, you guys didn't ask the doppelganger like who the goblins were.
Yeah.
But given
All
that they're
right, well-
goblins, I mean, one thing that you guys did learn that you might not remember is that the Furbolgs actually told you to be wary on the trail because they are no longer patrolling. They're part of it. They're part of the woods. So it's likely that creatures will creep into around their area. While they've made their home basically a dangerous place for anyone except for themselves, outside of their village, it's become more wild.
Should I climb a tree? I'll totally climb a tree.
Mhm.
I just want to see
Alright.
what is. Because right now.
So you guys have the trail in front of you now. You have hills to the right. The storm has caught up to you somewhat. It's the thunder and lightning is basically right behind you at this point.
So are we on that brown line between Sun and Dwarven?
You guys are, you're basically on that. Let me see. You guys are basically on that brown line coming right out of the forest there and going alongside the hill, the first hill there.
Okay.
You guys have
So
made.
that was 2
You guys have made.
hours?
You guys made it back to the trail. Yeah, it took you about 2 hours to get that far.
Whew.
Some good running.
Make us, but yeah, 2 hours with good running. That might make us a little bit more.
Well, if you guys remember, you were 3 days from the Dwarven mining camp.
No, why do you keep asking if we remember? No, of course we don't.
Yeah, you guys were told that by Antonio and probably the Furbolgs too, that you guys were 3 days total from the mining Dwarven camp. So you guys already traveled for 1 day. You lost a little bit of time though because of dash into the woods and the goblins and all that. Well, actually, you guys have basically about 1 day because you're kind of taking your time, all that good stuff.
What are you laughing at?
Me?
Yeah.
My cat just jumped off the back of my desk, which there's nothing there, and just like wedged herself between the desk and the wall.
Oh.
I was like, do you know something about this that we don't know?
No, I was concerned.
Are we gonna die?
And then all of a sudden, she just like jumped back up, like I'm fine.
It's all good.
Yeah, it was a little distracting. I watched her do it. And I was like, is she really gonna do this? It's like go head first, like back behind there.
Okay, so these are my thoughts. If we look if you're looking at the map, if we've got about two more days just at this hill to get to the Dwarven, that means probably 3 days to that other. 3 days.
Yeah, if we go along. Well, yeah. We'll be probably moving slower if we're not on the trail as well. So it might, could be 4 as much. We don't really have any. We don't have much of any resources. We have some food and stuff from the that the Furbolgs gave us.
Yeah, you guys definitely have food from the Furbolgs.
Yeah.
Let's see. You guys got food. You guys got, they gave you some odds and ends. You guys have your weapons. You guys have the clothing that they gave you, which even, is getting the job done surprisingly, but it's very well made, from them. Beyond that, you guys don't have a whole lot of supplies yet. You still haven't made it to town. You're not naked anymore. That's a plus.
Yay! No, you don't have pants. You have kilts.
Yeah. So I think the real thing is that if we follow the trail, that would be the most likely place that
we would come across something.
Yeah. Master Vatabu would be like send his minions to find us. Otherwise.
But half of the trail is still going to be policed by the dwarves, right? So
kind of, sort of.
Maybe.
The feeling you got was that they maintain it, but they don't necessarily really police it per se all that well.
Yeah.
Okay. That was a hint.
So probably just. Yeah, that's just my idea, especially if I was being, which we are, if we were being hunted. I'd be leery of trails like that close to where we were just seen. And
Aytrax.
So let's figure out a way to maybe stay near the trail or parallel to the trail, go through the woods maybe, so we're not totally visible.
Well, that trail goes over hills, and that's just high grass, right? For the most part. Is that what you said?
Yeah, it's basically, high grass. Yeah, would be a good way to put it. Yeah,
So
you
there's
guys
really nowhere to hide if we go along the trail.
not on the
No.
trail itself. No, you guys wouldn't find anything right on the trail.
Can we go in the woods, sort of parallel to the trail?
So you're in the hills now. So the woods kind of fall away behind you, and now you're just kind of in grassy hills.
Yeah, if we go north, then we'll have to go hills. If we keep going east, then we'll have the trees there.
Yes,
As
you
long
guys
as
can
this
kind of.
map is correct, maybe we could skirt around that hill that's north of the trail, maybe, and that way we would have like some amount of a landmark as we go like west.
I mean, it's up to you. Do you really want to?
Yeah, get totally lost. End up at the murder pole.
How do we get back here?
I vote for going east.
East.
What
Yeah.
you mean west?
West.
The other east.
The other east.
Yeah,
That
the other.
This is really fucking me up. That way.
All right. Sure. Let's do it.
All right, so you guys are going to follow the trail?
Yeah, we just got to run faster than Sally.
Are we gonna follow the trail, or are we heading east or west?
Well, the trail goes west towards the Dwarven mining camp.
No, I meant west towards that. What's that? Moblin? Moblin?
Oh, you want to continue to follow the tree line all the way?
Because there's no trail. I mean, it's up to you guys. I always follow along. I'm just throwing my boat out there. If I die, I'm blaming it on you. And John.
Yeah.
John.
Mostly John.
I'm for going. I'm for following the tree line too. I think that works. I think that's the safest bet.
Yeah, and so that
We can retreat.
It looks
We
like
have
a
trees to
town.
retreat into, maybe.
Yeah.
If we get in
Probably-
trouble or run away from the trees when they try to eat us.
Yeah, and there might be more shelter that way than, I mean, it could even block the snow, and
Yeah.
we can build something with it if we had to.
Yeah. A crude cabin.
Sounds good.
Okay, we're going. Tree line.
All
Tree
right.
line.
So
Tree line,
as you guys
yeah.
continue on, the temperature continues to drop. Unfortunately, you guys continue on for an hour. The
what time is it now?
snowfall picks up, and it's now going on 5 o'clock. So the sun is beginning to set behind the mountains. So it's becoming dusk. Far, far in the distance behind you, you hear the sound of wolves howling, but it's far off by quite a bit, even over the sound of the rain and the thunderstorm and all that. You're now in the midst of the storm. The wind is going at about, let's see here. At this point, you guys are dealing with winds at about 60-mile-an-hour winds, so it's blowing pretty hard.
E.
And I need all you guys to go ahead and do a Constitution check for me. Con check.
Is that not the saving one or just the con check?
This is your Constitution. Basically roll a 20 plus your Constitution modifier.
Yeah. If it's on the character sheet, it's your saving throws. Hart rolls a 10.
Callie rolls a 14, and Aytrax rolls an 8.
All right, so we have. Let me get over there. There we go. All right, so 10, 8, and 14. Okay, so.
I think Sally should roll.
You want Sally to roll too? He can roll. All right, let's get Sally rolling here.
Sally!
1d20
To
plus.
inspire us.
Let's guess. We'll pretend that he has +3. Okay, so both
Sally.
Hart
Good old
and
Sally.
Aytrax, you guys are both starting to feel the effects of this storm bearing down you, and it's starting to exhaust you between the running and the storm and everything else. And you start to feel as though you probably would have disadvantage on any ability checks going forward.
Okay.
Until you get a chance to take a long rest.
Ooh.
All right.
Okay? Are you guys still looking around to try and find cover from the storm?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
So as you're looking around, go ahead and do a perception roll for while you guys are running here. Been going for an hour
Can't
now.
find it soon.
You're an hour further along the forest here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
might
mean,
want to head into the woods if it gets.
Hart is exhausted and isn't even looking. He's just looking at his feet now.
Mhm.
Aytrax, however,
I am perceptivating all over the place.
notices that there seems to be a lot more stone rubble around the area that you're at right now. And Calica sees off to the right, back a little ways, a dark spot among the hills
I'm sorry.
that
East or
perhaps
west?
could be a cave of some kind back in that direction.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
there you
Yeah, guys, I'm feeling it. We need to get out of the weather.
go.
Okay, let's look around. I tell them what I see.
Good. Maybe we can aim towards that cave.
All right, so you guys gonna head towards the cave?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sally first.
Because nothing ever lives in caves.
No, they're practically just like nature's like little safety nets.
What are caves?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, not untrue.
I have no comment.
Okay, so weather doesn't change all that much. You guys feel as though you're probably in like the heart of the storm right now. It's blowing and tearing you up a little bit still as you make your way. Let's see. You guys didn't do any of that stuff, so that can all go away. Gotta get to my notes where you guys are actually at right now.
Mhm. You're welcome, John. I'm sure.
Yep, fantastic. Don't need that, don't need that, don't need that, don't need that.
Yeah. DM's great.
All right, so as you guys continue to move towards this cave, let's see. The one that was most perceptive was Aytrax. Aytrax, you notice that there seems to be a little bit more stony rubble around you as you're going along, and you actually notice out of the corner of your eye a very odd-shaped looking rock jutting out of the ground. Do you want to go over and give it a little bit closer of a look?
Sure. I'll check out the weird rock coming out of the ground.
Okay.
Murder
While he's going over there to check that, yeah, another murder ball. Hart and Tabby, both, or Hart and Calica, both of you guys go ahead and do survival checks.
God bless.
Who's doing the survival
Aytrax,
check?
what you see as you're going over there is you notice that it is a stone statue depiction of a goblin. As a matter of fact, an incredibly accurate stone statue of a goblin. Almost as though it was
A
living rock or
goblin
something
that's
like
turned
that.
to stone. Ah!
Hart and Calica, both of you guys, one of you notices off to the other side of kind of the path you were going on. So to the right is where Aytrax is looking. Calica, you notice off to the left a couple of stones that look as though they're shaped in kind of bird feet, it almost looks like something was broken off and it's just the feet left. And Hart, what you notice is the remnants of almost what looks like maybe a wolf's paws or something like that. Just 4 paws sticking out of the ground and nothing attached to them, just rock kind of scattered around a little bit.
Any danger sense going on?
Your danger sense doesn't really work like that, so no.
I'm just saying. If there's no, you said if there's any traps.
You guys don't have any sense of anything other than the fact that it's extremely cold, extremely windy, and you're slowly starting to get buried in a little bit of snow.
Guys, I don't like this.
Yeah, neither do I.
You have 2 inches of snow at your feet at this point.
I think we need to find shelter.
I concur, but this looks really bad.
If you guys want, you can do an Arcana check to see what maybe is if
Awesome.
these
Why not?
statues and pieces of creatures around your feet trigger any thoughts in your brain.
It's too cold for me to think.
All right, so we got Calica with the 19 coming through big.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Not all of
Calica,
us have fur.
you've heard of a creature in your travels called a basilisk, which has the ability to turn a creature into stone by making eye contact with them.
Like from Harry Potter.
Yep.
Like from Harry Potter. Except in the D&D world, they're not it's not a snake. It's a multi-legged type lizard creature, and it's not nearly as huge as the basilisk from Legend and from Harry Potter.
Okay. I'm just gonna Google them.
That's all your character knows about it. Regardless of what you may look up, that's what your character knows about it.
Well, I just want to see what a picture of it looks like.
Yeah, it depends.
All right, so what do you guys want to do?
All right, I'm gonna tell them like stop.
Collaborate and listen. Ice is back with a brand new addiction.
Something is gonna turn us into stone. So I'm gonna tell them like, I know you're cold, and I know you're slowing down, but this is not good. This is what I know.
All right, and you fill them in the details.
Yep.
Of what you know. Yeah.
Yep.
So this is probably in the cave. Then, do you know if they frequent caves, or now that we know that information, DM, can we?
You guys can do another.
Look to see if there's like this. If this is like a lair, or if this is like just something that's happened.
Can we see? Is there like more and more of these things?
Now that you've mentioned what it is, Aytrax and Hart, both of you guys can do Arcana checks also again. However, doing with disadvantage because you're rather exhausted and your brains are kind of fuzzy at this point.
All right, I'm nice.
Damn.
What's up?
That'll work.
Oh man. Okay.
All right, so Hart.
He rolled a 20 and a 22. So
now that you know what it is, based on I guess your experience at some point in your life, you must have read a book somewhere along the way. You know that you remember reading somewhere that basilisks have to be within 30 feet of their prey to turn to stone, and that they do tend to dwell in caves.
All right, I'm cool being cold. I'm fine moving on. I don't think we have anything to deal with.
I don't think we went that far.
Stone.
Didn't look like we went that far based on the map, so we could probably still see the tree line. So let's
head back to the woods and try to find some shelter there.
Yeah.
Like just inside like the area. Maybe we can make our own.
Let's go at least 15 to 30 feet so that we'll
Yes. At least 30 feet. 31 feet.
All right.
Yeah.
So you guys want to head into the woods, you're going to try and make a shelter, right?
Because I've heard that's a big bastard,
So,
based on what I've seen.
all right, so do me a favor. Go ahead, everybody, do another Constitution and DC check.
Oh my god.
At disadvantage or?
Yes, at disadvantage because you guys have disadvantage on all your checks right now.
I do too?
Not you, Calica, the other two.
Damn. Rolled a natural 20 at first, but I got a 10 on my second roll.
Okay. All right, so
I got a 12.
all right, so 12, 10, 12. All right. So Hart, you now also feel as though you can only move at you're just exhausted now. You can only move at about half your speed. Thankfully, you're not trying to get anywhere right now. And then as you guys try to build the shelter, go ahead and one of you guys do a survival check. I would recommend that you have the one that's the least exhausted work on the shelter, maybe while the R2 kind of assist her.
Yes, we're going to assist. Definitely assist.
Yeah.
What do you say, survival?
Survival, yep. Do it with advantage because they're going to help you.
Yeah.
All right. So Calica is able to start getting together a very, very, you guys find a good log that's over on its side, maybe a tree that, was knocked over by the wind just a few moments ago. And you're able to get next to the roots and kind of build up a little bit of a barricade, pull over some trees or something like that to block the wind a little bit more. You're definitely a little bit better off than you were a minute ago. You kind of got out of the wind. There's still snow blowing around you, but you're doing okay.
What is the Aytrax? How does the cold affect you?
So it doesn't. So looking at contracts, it doesn't say. So I'm immune to disease, and I don't need to eat or breathe.
Okay, that's what it was. I knew you were immune to something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't
And
get the flu.
let's see. That's not useful. That's not useful.
Mm.
Sally's going to step in here and help you guys out a little bit, I think. Come out of his stupor for a moment, whatever the heck's been bothering him. He's deep in thought about. Apparently, he's brooding over something. You don't know what. Maybe he felt like he murdered the guy too quick before he could torture him properly. Something. But he will go ahead, and while Calica is doing that, he's going to try to start a fire for you guys. So. And he succeeds in starting a fire for you guys. So you guys now have a fire. You have a little bit of protection from the wind. You no longer feel like you're freezing to death necessarily. You're kind of all just huddled together in this corner there. Okay.
I'm re-looking at our campaign journal to see what I'm just trying to refamiliarize ourselves with what we have here.
Okay.
I got some bones.
So, Hart, you have a potion of healing.
Yep.
I have a potion of greater healing.
Let's see.
We have enchanted leather armor. What does your enchanted leather armor do?
It gives you a plus to your AC.
Okay. And what's a charlatan's dice?
We can play dice, and I always win. It's a die that I can choose what comes up when I roll it. So I can entertain you guys while we freeze.
We're not freezing now.
Yeah. We can click our you have the upper owl beak and I have the lower owl beak. Owlbear beak. We can make puppets.
I was thinking we could dig the snow out. Get the snow away from us a little bit easier.
As you guys are sitting there, huddled down, go ahead and do a perception check.
We're staying warm.
I have some rabbit shorts. Can I put those on with my kilt just for
Absolutely.
warmth?
So, John, are we still at disadvantage?
Yes, you guys are still at disadvantage.
What do you ask to roll?
Perception.
Perception.
I am
Nope, not that.
pretty damn perceptive.
What'd you get, everybody?
23.
20 and a 4.
4.
That's with disadvantage, by the way.
Yeah.
Why can't I spell the name of this thing? Let me look it up real
I'm
quick.
also not very persuasive.
One second. Yeah. Okay. And what were those rules again? Sorry.
So Aytrax
4.
rolled a 23, 24. So
Critical.
Okay.
23.
4.
I got 20. And
All
Hart.
right. So Aytrax and Calica, as you guys are huddling there, let's see. You actually see a creature that looks to be half snake, half human. You hear it through the woods, actually, and it comes just sprinting, hauling, as though it's running for its life from the storm.
Which way?
Freaked out, running through the woods and out towards the open plain.
Top snake. Lower
Top snake,
human.
bottom human.
Okay.
Like how far from us?
It is a good 30
feet?
yards from you. Yeah. 30 yards, not 30 feet, 30 yards. So you got a little distance. Kind of, but you guys have the fire going, so it hasn't noticed you yet.
Douse it with a blanket. So there's no smoke. Oh.
We doused the flame?
I don't.
No, it's a good idea.
Yeah.
But if we do it with something larger than just putting it out, then it will block the smoke.
Yeah, Sally.
All I'm picturing is smoke
Throw
signals.
Sally on fire, yeah. It's out now.
And as it's sprinting past you guys, it actually stumbles and it looks directly at you, jumps back to its feet, and continues taking off through the wood, taking off even faster now, and just keeps running away.
That's a sight you don't see every day.
Yeah.
So we are either going to
We're
be
gonna be
extremely stealthy and hide,
yeah.
or we're going to give up our shelter and run.
Yeah. Follow the snake man running away from
Nope. I would say go straight west. Go
Well, which
stealthily.
direction is the snake man going? Is he kind of going just out of the woods?
He is heading out of the woods. Yep.
So kind of west, northwest,
He's
northwest.
heading west. Yeah, he's heading west towards the hills.
That's north. Is my map? Am I not facing this map the right way? Is that why I'm so confused?
Up is north. West would be to the left as you look at the map. You guys are on the. I guess if he's running straight out of the woods, I guess it would be kind of be northwest. Is kind of where he's heading.
Could we go southwest?
No, I don't want to go south at all. But I would think that going directly west, since he was pretty staying straight on his path, if we kind of go west, then, we wouldn't be going the same direction.
And as you guys are sitting there trying to figure out what to do,
Are we hiding?
I mean, you guys are pretty well hidden. It's not even really like you're trying to hide at this point. You're trying to huddle together and not freeze to death. So, yeah, I'm assuming that you guys are hidden pretty well.
Yeah.
Especially because you just killed the fire.
Act like a snowman.
That's pretty easy.
You guys hear something that sounds kind of like this.
Kind of sounds like an upset stomach.
You hear the sound of thundering hooves barreling through the forest. And I can't ever make it stop. Thundering hooves come barreling through the forest, and you see 5 centaurs leap over the logs that you're hiding behind and charging after Yanti. Oops, after the half snake, half person thing.
So what do we know about centaurs?
Do a nature check to see what you know about centaurs. Or history check. Actually, you can even do history because they're a intelligent race.
History or nature. Either one's fine.
I know lots about centaurs, apparently.
I know nothing.
I also know nothing.
Can't believe how lucky you guys have been on this adventure so far.
Yeah, I can barely tell the difference between a horse bottom and a snake top.
So what you know about centaurs is that they're of average intelligence on par with a human, basically. They tend to actually be a little bit wiser than humans in general. They are a neutral good creature. They tend to be nomadic, based on let's say which one of you knows this? Aytrax, I guess. Aytrax,
yeah.
You studied up on a little bit. They're nomadic. They tend to be of good alignment. They actually exist on the plain north of where you were at. So maybe they came from out there somewhere. They were in the area for something, apparently. And they would have a natural hatred towards the half-snake person thing if it was evil.
Great.
Okay.
Best friends.
Did they look like they were chasing him, or did they look like they were also running scared?
They looked like they were chasing him.
Okay.
How many of them are there?
5 of them.
And we're only how far into the woods?
You guys are... I don't know, how far do you guys go into the woods? You tell me.
I try to stay near the edge.
Was it like 30 feet?
Yeah, I think... Yeah. Or 30 yards maybe, something like that. You're not right on the edge. You're a little ways in, so you can get the tree and get a little bit of cover and stuff like that.
But stay. Yeah. I'm gonna follow them stealthily.
You would have to dash after them if you wanted to follow them.
Okay.
They got 4 legs. They are moving at a decent clip. They're definitely faster than you. They're going to outrun you pretty quick if you don't get their attention.
Yeah, I rekindle the fire because
you're damn cold.
How tall is the tree that we're beside?
The tree that you're beside, it's a rather large tree. Where they jumped over is probably about 5 feet high. Where you're at the roots, they were torn out of the ground when the wind knocked it over. Is probably a good 6 feet, 7 feet high that you're huddled behind.
No, I'm saying if it's tall enough, if I can see like kind of where they're going or the direction that they're heading, if I climb it.
Oh, you're gonna like stand up on the tree? Yeah, go ahead and do
Like climb a tree, like a real one.
Oh, you're gonna try to climb a real tree? Absolutely, you can try to climb a real tree. Go ahead and do athletics. Check climb a tree and do it with disadvantage because it's icy and snowy out. Or did you forget about the snow?
Was it athletics?
Yeah, athletics.
Did it
All
go
right, so
twice?
14. So you slide and you slip a little bit, but you're able to climb up the tree.
Okay.
Okay.
Do I see which way they're going?
You see that they chase it towards the hills, looking for it.
Towards that cave?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, towards the cave that you guys saw a moment ago.
I keep watching.
You keep watching?
Mhm.
Let's see. 1 second. Let me see. Don't think. Let's see. What can the Yanti do with regards to?
You told us all this, right, Calica?
I told you to shh and stay.
All right.
You see them running, and
I'm
you
up a tree
see
right now.
that there's a
Into the
new
mist of
statue
warming.
before the cave.
Say again?
There's a new statue before the cave. You see.
Damn.
And it's the half snake, half person thing. It's frozen in place. You see the lead centaur rear up, but not turn to stone or anything like that. And you see the basilisk come charging out of the cave at them, ferociously.
Man, we are the king of watching other people fight.
You're the king of watching other things go into battle. Yes.
I'm still watching.
All right, so you're still watching. So let me describe how this battle goes.
Excellent.
We got 5 centaurs against 1 poor.
Tell me a story of a battle, Calica.
Yeah.
I'm going to be down here staying warm.
Oh, let's see.
How high up in this tree am I?
All right, so the centaurs pull out their weapons. They all are carrying spears with themselves, and they full on attack the basilisk, basically in unison. You know, the basilisk came out. It tried to stop one of them with stone. Basically, is what it looked like. You saw one of them kind of react to that attack, and I lost my centaur page. There we go. Let me see. So the centaurs attack. 2 of them miss. We see 3 of them stab into the basilisk. And it takes some damage of some kind.
How
Aytrax.
high up in the tree am I?
6.
If I could tell, if I can.
So you see 2 of them kick the centaur in the head, and those 2 also stab it, and another one stabs it too.
The basilisk?
Yeah, the basilisk. It rears up again. It tries to snap at one of the centaur's feet. The centaur nimbly dodges out of the way, and they stab it again, and it's dead. They kill the basilisk.
Okay. Awesome.
That's what you see. You also see in the distance as you are you gonna climb back down now?
No, not since you started
Okay.
talking.
Well, as you look around, you can see the edge of the storm in the distance.
Okay.
Right, and it actually looks like it's spread out relatively evenly from that point in the mountains, and so like it's clear blue sky again behind it, or well, it's fallen to dusk now, but you can see like the edge of the clouds, and you can see stars and stuff behind it, and the wind drops off you guys by about half of what it was,
30.
and the temperature begins to increase back up towards a normal temperature again. It's still below freezing at this point, but it's going. You can feel like you're getting a little bit warmer.
Now I'm going to climb down and tell them what I saw.
Okay.
There you go.
Do you guys think we should flag them down if they head
I
back
was
this
going
way?
to say, should we, I mean, do we even want to, do we just want to flag them down? we can try to get to reach them to call out.
Well, from what Aytrax said, I don't think that we have to worry too much about them.
No, not based on their alignment.
Yeah. Maybe we can learn some more about the situation here, the area, when we can possibly go a bit quicker. Figure out where we actually need to go, if we should head towards the town or the Dwarven area.
But we don't actually know if they're going to come back, so...
All right. If not, then I say we go out and check out that cave now that the basilisk is dead. Either way, how about we...
let's go. Yeah, let's get out of here. Let's get out of the woods.
All right.
Are you warm?
All right, so you guys are going to go... Do you guys want to flag them down, or...
Yeah, we're going to try to...
Yeah,
I
if
guess
they come
try
back
to
this
flag
way...
them down.
Yeah, we're not going to hide from them
They're
if they
not
come back
gone.
this way.
Right.
They're kind of standing around talking amongst themselves out there at this point. They're in the wind too, just like you guys are. That's roughly what they look like. They're on the Zoom screen.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, so
How do you
half
greet
man,
each
half
other?
horse, tattooed with various tribal-looking tattoos, carrying a heavy spear. All of them have a heavy spear. They have swords at their waist. They look like they are some terrifying fighters that you would not want to meet in open combat.
Okay.
Aytrax,
What is
do you know
a...
English they speak?
Yeah.
I think they probably speak common as well as. There may be a centaur language, but I think they speak common.
Is there a common greeting? Like what kind of greeting would different races give each other?
Holding up your hands to show that you have no weapons is a pretty common greeting among everyone.
Yeah, but to call, because they're not looking at us, so I don't want to startle them. I want to call out from back by the trees, so we're far enough away.
Okay.
Far enough away for what?
Far enough away that they don't can't just turn around and stab us if they get startled.
I'm ready for that.
Oh god. Okay, hands up. Heyo! Heyo!
They, as one, they basically turn, stare at you, and they charge in your direction.
All right.
That went well.
Yeah.
What do you guys do? Do you guys do anything as they're charging towards you? Do you stand there with your hands up? What do you want to do?
We will.
Yeah, stand there with hands up.
I'll back up with my hands up.
Okay. And they'll kind of circle around you, and they'll just basically walk in a circle around you, with their weapons pointed at you. And one of them will step out in front of you. And do any of you guys speak Elvish?
I don't think I do.
I think Sally does.
I do.
I have a feeling that.
Yeah.
Aytrax does.
I do.
Yeah.
Okay. So, they surround you and they say, let's see. They would recognize two of you. What are you doing here in these woods? What state your business? Quickly now. The one that steps in front, away from the others, as the others continue to circle around.
Common or Elvish?
They are speaking Elvish.
Okay, then Aytrax.
So I'm going to respond to them in Elvish that we're basically travelers and we're fairly lost, right? We have a map, but basically we're not from around here.
Yeah, so we don't really know exactly.
Yeah, and so we don't know
Find the
exactly where we
nearest
are, and we're trying to.
Village.
And you see one of the other centaurs approaches the one that is speaking with you guys and whispers in his ears, "We see that you are wearing colors of the furbolgs. How did you come about these garments?"
We were a guest in their village, and we helped them out with some problems they were having.
They wear bats because they're good.
Yeah, I ask
bad.
Aytrax what they're saying.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do like the United Nations simultaneous.
Right.
United Nations sign of what?
What are you doing in this region? This is not a safe area, especially in these times.
Trying to find someplace that's more safe.
Yeah, what's dangerous about it? Ask them what's dangerous about it.
Yeah, so I'll ask him what's dangerous.
Let's see. Have you not heard of the troubles in this region lately?
Nope.
The great evil is rising in the east.
Sorry.
And look about you. Look at the chaos. There was a Yanti moments ago. And the Basilisk. What are you doing so near the Basilisk case? Are you fools?
We tried to avoid it.
Yeah, we avoided it.
That's why we were in the woods, trying to seek refuge from the storm.
If he's relaying, say being that we've come from different parts, we've heard of them before, and so we were trying to stay safe and out of the cold at the same time.
Yeah, we're trying to escape these troubles you speak of.
Yep.
We want to get home.
You should come with us.
Where are you headed?
We will take you back to our camp for the night and decide what to do with you from there.
Is that an offer or is that a demand?
It would be in your best interest to come with us willingly.
Say again?
It would be in your best interest to come with us willingly.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Well, when you say it like that.
All right. So, you guys are going to go with them? Okay.
Yep.
They will lead, and you guys will follow them, and you guys actually go back into the woods.
Okay.
You march, you stumble and walk, and the winds are slowly dying down. The temperatures are slowly coming back up. Let's see. Who can see in the dark? Who can't?
I have dark vision. And
Hart can.
And actually, never mind. The centaurs actually light torches as they go.
All right.
Yay for torches.
So they pull out some torches that they have with them. They light them up, and you guys are basically, walk for an hour, and you actually come to a clearing in the woods.
Hey, DM,
which way?
Do we know? Did we ask what? I think my character probably would have assumed that not much time has passed since we were knocked out. Do we have any indication of what time of year, it is?
It's late fall. You know that much. Based on the weather,
so maybe the snow,
and
the snow and the weather might not be that out of season then, as far as I.
So the snow.
But we already knew it was unnatural.
Yeah, it kind of came out of nowhere, and it had been the 50s pretty consistently.
I'd like to ask the centaurs if this has been happening, or if this is the first time that this unnatural storm has occurred.
So they'll tell you that the signs have pointed towards a great upheaval to the east.
Very cryptic. Thank you.
There you go. That's what you get from them. All right, so you guys arrive back at their camp.
Clear as mud.
And as you get back to camp, you see that there's quite a few of them around. It looks
for the map. Which way were we headed?
You guys headed back into the woods to the east for about an hour. And then you came to a clearing within the woods. There's a centaur camp that is set up there. It looks very much like a day camp, like something that can be torn down quickly if they decide to move on. Right? It doesn't look like a permanent settlement at all.
Are they all warriors, or are there also women and children?
There are younger centaurs around, for certain. There appear to be some children around. There's 2 women in the group that you're with. And then you also see both women and males in the camp itself.
But not all of them are wearing spears or carrying spears and stuff?
They're not all actively carrying weapons, but you get the feeling that all of them are capable warriors.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, they are nomadic. Centaurs are nomadic people. They are all able to take care of themselves to one degree or another.
Okay.
And as you arrive back, let's see. He tells you, go and make yourselves comfortable by the fire there. I will have one of the children bring you some food shortly. and they kind of go off in a separate direction from you guys, and you can see there's a large fire in the center of this camp that's been going,
Gladly.
gladly.
I'll go
that
where
you
they're
guys can head
comfortable.
over to and hang out by.
Great.
How
I
are
do
we? Are we feeling, besides the fact that they're intimidating? I mean, are we feeling threatened, or is it more just the fact that they are like warrior centaurs?
You don't feel threatened necessarily. You feel out of
Uncomfortable?
place. Yeah, a bit uncomfortable, a
I feel
bit
like
out
we
of
just-
place.
It's not a warm welcome, but like it's not.
It's not
But we also-
openly hostile towards you either. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
They haven't
nobody's-
The
set
way
us
that
up.
he was talking,
They haven't
makes
No
taken
one's
our
saying.
weapons.
No one is. There aren't any horse folk directly across from you in the fire, gazing at you through the fire, sharpening their spear or anything like that.
okay. So let's get warm then.
Yeah, so you're not getting any open hostility from them necessarily.
Yeah, I don't think we need to keep our guard up or
Right.
anything like necessarily. We can, Aytrax gonna keep an ear open to see if you can just see what's going on,
Move
why
the
are they here, and
conversation
stuff
around.
like that. But
Yeah.
And one of the younger looking ones, will actually bring over a platter to you guys.
What's it
Oh.
smell like?
A rough wooden platter. It smells very, very good, as a matter of fact. And it basically looks as though it has some basic, cooked meat of one kind or another on top of it. You guys don't necessarily recognize what the meat is. And it has also an assortment of what appear to be basically cooked root type vegetables, similar to maybe a potato or something like that.
I graciously accept, try to smile and
Maybe head
Make them
tilt, bow a little bit.
eye
You're
contact.
tiny, so don't bow. Just be lower than their knees.
no, I just try to be gracious in what they give us.
All right. And as you guys start eating the food, I'm assuming you're going to eat it. It actually tastes like chicken.
Great,
Looks like
probably basilisk.
It looks a little bit like chicken too. It looks, it's very similar to
Like a
bird
bird.
meat of some kind. Yes, exactly.
All right.
Let's
Not
see.
red cap, though.
Not red cap. No, if you remember, the
Okay.
red cap disappeared into dust when it died,
Yeah, but he still looked like a
or
bird.
reddish goo. I guess it kind of went into the stream and floated away. Yeah, it's not the red cat that you're eating.
That'd be gross.
That would suck. And so as you guys sit there and you start warming yourself by the fire, the same centaur that talked to you earlier will come over and talk to you again. And let's see. What does he tell you guys?
Something awesome.
You say that you are travelers from the Furbog village. It is lucky that we found you. There are many dire wolves in the area this evening, along with other horrors that have recently been through this way. You came from the east. You happen to know what might be happening in that direction.
Aytrax? What's he want?
Well, so I'll translate, but I wasn't there.
Right.
Yeah, we could tell. I think we should tell him that we encountered a red cap in the forest. That's if he's
Your friends.
if
What language do they speak?
Common.
One moment. And he waves over to another. He points at a centaur and waves over to another one. And an older looking centaur has more of kind of darker hair than, a lot of them have brownish hair. His tends to be a little bit more white, a little bit more grayish. You get the feeling that it's maybe more of an elder of
Is
the
he
village.
saggy?
He's a little saggy, No, they're all in phenomenal shape. All right. Yeah, it's as saggy as, the video of the old man that swims in the pool every single day trying to sell man vitamins or some nonsense. Yeah, he's saggy like that dude's saggy.
yeah, like Arnold Schwarzenegger saggy.
Yeah, like Arnold Schwarzenegger saggy. He's that kind of saggy.
I really don't want to hear the
Like
word
Jean
saggy.
Van Damme.
It's like moist.
And he'll come over and he'll actually speak broken common with you guys. A little bit halting. Tell us not his native language, but he can converse with you well enough.
Okay.
All right. I still want to inform them of
All right.
that we encountered a red cap in the forest. Like, just let them know that those sort of things are around.
Yeah, they would know. Let's see. They are. Yeah, they know what a red cap is. Probably they are. They're close enough to the Fey world and the Elvish realms
Okay.
that they're familiar with it from legend as you describe it. They want to know what happened to it. What happened to this creature?
The red cap?
Yes.
He was murdered while we watched by goblins.
Don't say it like that.
Vanquished. Okay.
Vanquished.
Yes. You can't murder a red cap. It's a foul creature, not of this realm. It deserves to be destroyed.
We concur.
Yeah. As to the things that happened in the east, I tell them about like us getting captured and like our escape, and that that's as much as we know. We're trying to find out more like about what's going on, and
trying to get home.
Yeah.
When this explains much in the signs we've been seeing. It appears it's time for us to move on to new pastures from this area. I believe that we will likely head north from here.
Can I ask where you guys they're in the woods. Can I ask why you guys are in the woods? Normally
we are nomadic people.
Aytrax told me. Normally you guys well actually the
Chef Antonio
they were north.
Chef Antonio told us that they were north in the plains.
Yeah, ask what they're doing like around here, or what brings them to this area.
We came this way following game herds into the woods, and once we were here, we found that it was much less safe than usual. We've seen no sign of the furbolgs that typically exist in this region.
Well, there's some sad news on that front.
Yeah, we've told you a little bit about the furbolgs, but
we'll fill them in that they're on defense and there's only 2 adults. And
that is most troubling for this region. Yes, we will certainly. It's time for us to head back north, I believe.
Would it be rude to ask you to escort us to a village? If you don't know where we're going.
You have given us a fair amount of information. I believe that we can help see you safely to the Dwarven mining camp that you speak of. We have done business there before. We are familiar with them. We can help you get there.
That would be wonderful.
Be amazing.
If you want, feel free to make camp next to the fire here for the night. You will be safe. And we will depart in the morning.
I feel like we should just trying to be as honorful as possible, let them inform them that we might be trying to be captured and that we encountered a doppelganger that we dispatched of.
Do not worry for the night. Nothing will dare to come within our realm, and if they do, they will be destroyed. Much like that foul Yanti.
Yeah, but you guys didn't get him, did you?
Yeah, that was impressive.
You get a dirty look.
I didn't really say that out loud. It's all in my head. This is my thought journal.
Thought journal.
All right, so if he goes away, then I'll talk to the guys, see if they think we should still have one person on watch. Just for
I'm warm and full and practically struggling to keep my eyes open as you talk about watch, and then I start.
The storm has completely cleared out now. By the way, the snow's gone. Temperature is slowly working its way back up. It's not back up to 50 by any means yet, but it's back above freezing again. And the wind's calming back down to what you would expect for being in the woods. Basically, it's very calm.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel comfortable. I'm dozing off.
Did I get Do we have instrument? I thought, did we get an instrument?
A musical instrument?
Yeah.
I thought Sally has one.
Sally probably has one. Yeah, you can actually play. He'll rock out for you guys.
I was gonna ask them if they'd enjoy it.
Yeah, they probably would, as a matter of fact. Yeah, so Sally will break out his. Let's see what Sally have. His fiddle. Turns out Sally has a fiddle, and a lute, and a flute. Wow.
He plays all three.
What? At once, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? He get?
I can play a harp.
I don't think he got
Yeah.
any. Maybe he doesn't have any anything to play. Although Sally has felt a bit withdrawn based on the fact that he hasn't got to play an instrument for a while, and he actually sees one of the centaurs playing a lute, and asks the centaur if he might borrow it. And the centaur agrees. So like they communicate via hand signals and stuff like that, and then Sally starts playing a tune for everyone.
Okay.
Cool.
Sweet.
I thought he had a
So
spell
just trying to
sometime.
kind of warm the atmosphere of the fact that there's strangers there.
Yeah, they helped us. We can try to do what we can to help them.
Yep. So
Since we're not paying them.
Sally is playing away on his lute.
I shall sing in Celestial.
Do you have Celestial?
I do.
They would appreciate that.
Not well. I'll just do it. Comes out more like a purr.
Comes out more like a purr. There we go.
Are we going to do watches during the night?
That is up to you guys.
I only need 4 hours of rest.
Yeah,
Alright.
I'm not. I think they'll keep watch. They said they're fine. I trust them. There's a lot more of them than there are of us. I'm fine sleeping. I'm at like half health, so
You're basically unconscious
I'm gonna
already,
get
so
rest.
Okay. So
between the exhaustion and everything else, I would imagine all you guys
Hart,
are.
you're out. I'll just stay up for a little bit longer with Sally just to finish the show. And then oh yeah, that would do it. I'm out.
All right, so all you guys go to sleep. You have no problem sleeping through the night. You're warm and full and comfortable for the first time in, a little while. Granted, you guys were warm, full, and comfortable at the Furbog Village as well. You hear gently playing music in the background among the centaurs. And you basically sleep through the night. You wake up in the morning and you find that they've effectively cleared up the entire camp before you're even awake. Everything is packed up and being carried by the centaurs on their backs. No one is actually... You're surprised to see that no one's dragging anything behind them. You would think that because they are half horse, that they might have something that they would drag on the ground or carriages of some kind or something of that nature. They have nothing like that. They carry everything on their backs.
That'd be rude.
Of their personal belongings. They come over to you.
Okay,
And what's that?
turn it off.
You can't do it with the loot?
I love the loot. I think I will Google loot before I go to bed. It will work wonderfully.
The one that by the way, they come over and they ask you your names. They're like, we apologize, we forgot to get your names last night.
Calica.
How rude.
Yeah.
Yeah, how rude. How rude.
Aytrax.
All right, and they will tell you that, let's see, the one that has been talking to you the most, the one that seems to be somewhat of a village leader or senior member of the village, his name is Karaban.
Karaba?
I don't really laugh.
Yeah, Karaba. Karaban, with an N on the end. And
Makes me hungry.
the other one that speaks common will tell you that his name is Huxos.
Okay.
So Karaban and Huxos.
Oh, yeah, I apologize if I don't remember that.
Did you say the other one that does speak common or doesn't speak common?
Does. The older one is named Huxos. The older one.
Okay.
Okay.
Huxos comes to you and he says, the majority of us will be heading north shortly from here. However, Karabin, knowing that you are friends of the Furbolgs, and you seem to be good-natured beings who played us lovely music last night, we greatly appreciate that, Mr. Sally.
What about my son?
Karabin and his 2 sons will accompany you to the Dwarven mining camp to ensure your safety in arriving there.
So much.
Okay.
Yeah. Graciously
Graciously accept?
your help.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then he will leave you there, and he will come back and meet us on our trail north. Okay. Cool. So you guys can depart and head that way through the woods and out.
And take a break.
You guys have no problem. You don't run into anything. You travel just fine. They actually just head right back to the trail itself.
Okay.
Basically they make a straight line heading towards the trail. You guys go through the hills a little bit. You actually go past the Basilisk Cave again. You see the remains of dead Basilisk there on the ground. And make your way up to the trail. Nothing happens this first day as you guys go along. No problems whatsoever.
So
You set up camp on the side for overnight. What do you guys want to do? Do you guys want to offer setting watches for them? What do you want to do?
Yeah,
of course.
We'll stand watches. We'll do our part.
Okay, cool. So you guys stand watch with them. First half of the watch, nothing happens. Second half of the watch. Let's see.
He's like, can I get a damn roll?
Who is standing watch for the second part of it?
We'll just go ahead and say it's me.
You? Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so it's you, and you have, let's see. The other centaurs' names are, let me see here.
Caravan.
Aedril is with you, is the one
Okay.
son, and Exeon is the other son. So Aedril and Exeon.
I and X. Got it.
You're there with I.
Okay.
And go ahead and do a perception roll.
Come on, good roll. 14.
All right, 14 and... All right. So he'll come over and he'll actually nudge you with the butt of his spear a little bit and seems to motion with his head off in the distance. You guys are... Let's see. Let me see if I have a good map for this. Pull this up real quick. You guys are on the trail right now. That one will definitely not work. This will work, though. All right, pretend that this is open grassland instead of the woods. So it's all open plain around you guys right now. And you should see a map. And
Okay.
he actually motions towards the... Let's see. Where would this be coming from? He motions towards the south from where you're standing along the path. The path runs east to west. And Calica, he motions towards the south for you. And actually, you're already on the map. If you look at the far right side of it, Calica.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did I put me on there twice?
Yeah, you did. But you're over on the far right side there. And let me throw some centaurs on it with you guys.
Oh, there I am.
Yeah, I can't actually control Sally.
Yo, you can't?
Yeah, I can see his character and stuff, but if I try to drag him onto there or try to move his character that's already on there, I can't do it.
Really? You should be able to. Weird. Alright, so we use horses to pretend they are centaurs.
Because that's not rude.
Yeah, you know, they'd be offended, but they'll get over it. They would be quite offended. Alright, so there's one.
Okay.
And then, let's see. You guys are sleeping, so we'll put you guys. Put yourselves up to like the top right corner there, guys, and I'll make it so you can see here in a second. Reveal areas. There you go. Yeah, so put yourselves up by the two centaurs there. There we go. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so that's where you guys are sleeping, and then put Sally up there with you guys too. Calica, you're down here, and there's Aytrax up there also, and there. Okay. So that's where you guys are at. All you guys are sleeping. Sally and Idril, I believe that's the name I gave him. Yes.
Yep.
And you guys have wide open plain that you can see on.
Okay. So
and he motions towards, and there's you guys are kind of in between the hills too. So he motions over towards the hills there.
Okay. Do I see anything, hear anything, smell anything?
You don't hear anything. Go ahead and do another perception check now that you're kind of paying attention. And as you are trying to figure out what's going on, all of a sudden, a gigantic creature bursts from the ground directly in front of you.
Oh, yeah, that's a 5. Burst from the ground?
Burst from the ground, yes.
I'm going to blow my horn.
Okay, we're going to use a silver car to pretend to be this creature that bursts from the ground in front of you. A car comes racing out of the ground.
That's a terrifying thing.
A terrifying car creature bursts out of the ground. No, actually, what you see burst out of the ground at you, Calica, is a mouthful of razor-sharp teeth attached to a gray creature. And the closest thing that your mind can rationalize it with is it reminds you of a shark. Except it has legs. It has 4 legs as it comes hurtling out of the ground in front of you. And it's actually going to strike at Calica. Calica, out of sheer shock, you dive back out of the way. And somehow its jaws snap closed right in front of you, and Calica, roll for initiative.
I forgot how I do that again. Okay.
I roll over in my sleep.
Yeah. You guys aren't quite with it yet. You will be soon.
16.
You got 16? All right, so.
I keep doing this wrong. Like, I'm not sure where I'm supposed to click on this.
Okay, don't worry about it. I was just going to use paper for it. Okay. So, Calica, this creature has appeared in front of you, smashed down with its jaws. What do you want to do? And it is a large monstrosity that's in front of you. Grayish skin, a beak-like mouth filled with razor-sharp teeth, beady little eyes, giant claws on its feet.
Okay. I'm going to... Because I can do my Ancestral Guardian as a bonus, right? Or as the second thing?
Bonus action?
Yeah, if it's a bonus action, you can do it.
I'm asking you if it is or not, because I forgot.
Oh, yeah. I want to say your Ancestral Guardian is a bonus action.
So,
But so's your Rage, isn't it? To Rage is a bonus action, right?
I just say I'm doing it. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's when she does it that she can...
She can do that, too, at the same time. Okay, yeah. So we'll say you can do both at the same time. I'm cool with that.
Okay. I'm going to do both at the same time. I'm going to Rage, and I'm going to, since he's so close, I'm going to double-hand spear him as he passes by me.
Get him. Let's see it.
Okay. What I have to roll first?
Kill that car.
Oh, why do I always forget what I have to roll first? It's the 1d20.
Yep, exactly.
To see if I hit him.
Yep.
With plus nothing, right?
Plus your proficiency and your strength modifier.
2.
So plus 5.
4,
4 plus 6 now, yeah. That's right. 1d20 plus 6, and you got 12. So you stab it with your spear and just kind of glances off the outside of its heart. Apparently it has very hard, thick skin. It just kind of glances off the side of it. Doesn't do any damage to it at all.
Okay.
Okay.
I need to check my ancestral guardian, though. I think
the centaur cries out and charges forward. Yeah. And he'll miss on that one. He kind of rears around, though, and strikes out with his back feet and hits, but doesn't actually appear to do any damage to it when he strikes against it.
So he just appears when I rage.
Okay.
So he would be distracted
and
too.
What's that?
The shark thing would be distracted because the ancestral guardian is supposed to hinder the attempts to get away from me.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see.
So it says the chosen creature has disadvantage on any attack roll that doesn't target you.
There's disadvantage on any attack roll that doesn't target you.
So he's hindered, and then he doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Exactly. Yeah. So that's fine. Okay. All right. So it lashes out at the centaur, which just tried to strike it, and you actually see the spirits flying in front of it. And instead of gnashing at the centaur, it gnashes at one of the spirits, kind of tries to chomp down on it, and so as a result, it completely misses in its attack. So good job distracting.
Thank you.
And at that sound of the crashing beak-like mouth, Aytrax and Hart, you guys both stir in your sleep along with the other two centaurs. And go ahead and roll for initiative, guys.
Great.
Are you just rolling paper so I can get rid of this turn order thing?
Yeah, I'm just doing it on paper.
How can I close it?
Hart got 15.
15 for Hart.
Okay.
Nice, Aytrax. 23 for Aytrax, natural 20.
And 23 for Aytrax. Nice. Okay. So Aytrax, you sprint. You are suddenly woken up. What do you want to do? You're currently laying on your back because you were asleep, unless you sleep standing up or something like that. Use construct.
So I'm gonna at least sit up.
Okay.
It actually takes me half my movement to get up, right?
Yep.
All right, so I'm gonna get up, and I had the spell, and now I can't see it.
That car is so scary.
So, what you actually see in front of you is this.
It's like Maximum Overdrive, that Stephen King movie.
Exactly. Exactly. It's actually Kip that's in front of you there. You got a paint job. All right.
I can't get my spells to do it. I'll have to do it manually. Hold on just a second.
Oh, screen shares pause. Why is that?
I'm trying to see what he looks like.
Let me see. So this is what it actually looks like that you see in front of you. That's what you see in front of you.
Nice.
It's frozen.
Oh, it's on Zoom. I put it on Zoom.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're gonna do this.
What the? fuck is that?
Yes, and it's huge. It's considerably bigger than you guys are, or the centaurs or anything else right there. It's a very large creature.
Yeah, it's like car sized.
Yeah, it's like car size basically, and actually it'd be up here because it's closer to you guys now.
Okay, so now that I'm on the ground and missed this thing, can I roll for perception or no? Do I know anything about it? Or
You can do a nature check and see if you know anything about it.
Okay. While I'm sitting there trying to figure out my next move.
You know nothing. You're too busy being terrified out of your mind to know anything.
That wasn't me. That was me.
It's a creature of some kind, you're pretty sure? It appears to be a real thing.
So I tried to cast a
All right,
spell.
well, yeah, Aytrax. What are you going to do?
I tried to cast a spell, but I missed, obviously. I don't think an 8's going to hit it. So
No, an 8 is not going to get the job done in this case.
Yep.
All right, so Axon sees it and charges forward full speed at this thing. And he does make contact with it as he charges at it. Let's see.
Do work, buddy.
Yeah. And it's a pretty terrifying thing that you watch happen. A centaur moving at full speed forward to destroy this creature that's attacked his brother. Makes you happy that you are not fighting the centaurs yourselves.
Why is the centaur in the monster book? I don't get it.
And he stabs into it and does, let's see, 6 plus. Let's actually roll for this. See what he does.
You could play evil characters, Tabby. So I mean,
13.
even like good creatures can be considered monsters if you do like a different campaign and stuff.
He stabs deep into the side of the bullet with his hard charge that he just did towards this thing.
Of the what?
It's called a bullet.
Bullette.
I see.
And you see him draw blood for sure. And then he also lances out with his hooves. Strikes hard with his hooves again as he's racing past and does an additional nice kick to the side. And the bullet howls out in rage. And he'll actually kind of... Let's see, I can't look over the guy here. So he actually races past it, strikes out, and kind of gallops off a little bit over to the side here for another attack. And now it is Calica's turn again. Calica, what do you want to do this thing?
How far away is he from me now?
He's in your face.
Oh, still?
Yeah.
But now he's hurting?
He is now hurting, yes. He has been injured.
I'm going to try to double hand stab him again.
Yeah, you can see the bolt holes in the icon.
In the car, yeah.
Yeah, I got a 12. Man, I can't roll for shit.
So that's what comes up when you search Roll20 for bullet. That's what you get. All right, what did you get, Calica? Yeah, unfortunately, that's not going to get the job done. All right. Anything else you want to do, Calica?
My guardian's still there, right?
Yeah, your guardian's still there. All right. Now let's see.
I mean, I can back up a little bit, can I? Is that part of action or thing?
So you can try to back up, but it's going to get an attack of opportunity against you.
Okay,
yeah,
JK.
Okay.
Not doing that.
So the other is now Io's turn again, who's standing there in the face of the bullet.
Get him, I.
All right. He misses with that. He rears up and tries to strike with his hooves, and he also misses, I think, with his hooves. Let's see. Yes. Actually, I take it back. No. He manages to connect, actually. And rakes it down the side with his hoof, doing some damage at least, it looks like. You're guessing. Based on the fact that it's an 800-pound animal, it just basically kicked the side of this creature. And it is now Hart's turn. Hart, what you got? As you're sitting there on your butt.
Yeah, I'm gonna get up and loose an arrow at it.
Okay.
I should be in range. Let's see.
That will hit.
Yes.
Well done. You aim, and you manage to find a weak spot in its armor just barely.
Outstanding. All right, and so since he is distracted, I'll get... Well, let me actually do normal damage first. 6 piercing damage. And then I also get... since he is distracted, I get sneak attack for 2d6.
Nice. Wow. All right, so 15 total.
15.
Nice.
Yes, you definitely... That was an amazing shot. You managed to actually hit it in the eye, doing some significant damage. Okay.
I've seen tremors before.
What's that?
So I've seen tremors before.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so now
Wasn't there like
Kanakin will charge
the
creature, and he comes racing forward.
One of those movies that actually like had wings.
The bullet shifts out of his way though before he can hit it. Again, he kicks as he goes by though. These centaurs are dangerous with their hooves, as though they were born with them.
It's like he doesn't know he has to dodge twice.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, and it does, significant damage again.
Good.
Rakes down the side of this thing.
I have to do shit.
Okay.
I can just keep missing.
Okay. And he'll stay where he's at. And we will come up to the bullet's turn. The bullet actually, you see, turn, and he, amazingly, this giant monstrosity of a creature leaps into the air higher than you would think possible.
Sharknado.
Like a sharknado flying through the sky.
And about 15 feet.
All three of you are going to get attacks of opportunity of it as it leaps through the air. As it launches itself away from you.
What's that mean?
So go ahead and do a standard attack with your spear. It would be Calica, Io, and Kanakin. Whoever I said the father's name was.
So do I have to roll the D20 again? 1D20?
Yes, you're 1d20. Yep.
Me
Plus
as
your
well,
mod
since I
power.
have a bow.
No, because he's not in your face.
All right.
So one of the centaurs does manage to stab at him and drags his pike along the side of the bullet as it's leaping.
Does attack at advantage, does that mean I get... Oh, that just means I get an extra
You only
turn,
get your
not
advantage
double.
on this one, though, yeah, because this is just...
Yeah.
Attack of opportunity is like just because they're not directly focused on you and they're trying to like maneuver and not just focus on dodging or anything that you get.
Doesn't matter. I can't hit shit. I missed him.
Right, there it is. So
you get an opportunity to hit because he's not focused on you.
Dives this way and basically tries to land on top of Axon, who is standing there. As he lands next to Axon, let's see how this goes for Axon. So you see this giant grayish monstrosity came tumbling out of the ground a moment ago, leaving a giant hole behind it.
He's got
leap into the air amazingly high, and you can see he's trying to land directly on top of Axon. And Axon just like canters over to the right about 2 feet, and slams down where he was a moment ago. And you feel the ground visibly shake under your feet. This thing's so heavy.
Okay, question. Does the ancestral thing do anything? Because it says he has a disadvantage on any attack roll that doesn't target me.
Yeah, actually it would have. Or actually,
and if he takes a disengage action within 5 feet of me, its speed is halved until the end of its turn.
Yeah, so that would affect it. It still can leap far enough. It doesn't matter. In this case, and for this, he's not. If it's a normal attack, he would have been.
Oh, okay.
But because he's trying to literally crush something to death, it doesn't. It just plows right through your ancestors. It could care less. It's full of rage. Okay, we're back up to the top of the order. Aytrax, what do you got?
All right, I'm going to cast the spell again. See if we do better this time.
What's that against?
The bullet, it's a ranged spell attack.
Okay. No, it misses, unfortunately.
Damn.
You were too distracted by the rumbling ground under your feet. It threw you off balance at the last moment. And went sailing over its back.
Missed my spell.
Okay. So it is now Axon's turn, who is there next to it, and Axon's going to glance out with the spear. He is going to manage to sink it into the side of the creature, which again bellows out in rage and is significantly injured. And then he'll once again raise up on his hooves, and he will miss, unfortunately, this time. Calica, what you got?
Okay, so now he's how far away from me?
He's about 10 feet away from you, with his back to you.
Thorn Whip. Let's try it. Hit that motherfucker. Okay, I did that time.
You absolutely hit him.
All right.
So you lance out with Thorn Whip, it wraps around his leg. What kind of damage you do to him?
I'm going to... I could just click on the Thorn Whip, right?
There you go. All right, do you pull it towards you at all?
Hell
do you
yeah.
All right, so tell us what this looks. Explain to us what this looks like, Calica. You lance out with your whip. How's it?
It wraps around its leg.
Okay.
And then I give it a big old heave with its magical power. And this thing, as he's come down, his hands come down, but also his top jaw comes down, and he's like digging dirt, and he's just like this mouthful of dirt now as he's coming back, and I'm pulling him back into the fight where all these other fighters are.
I like it.
He's on his knees, little pussy. I'm sorry, I didn't say
that. I'm fine with you saying that. That was fantastic. Little pansy, right? That's what you're going for?
Yep.
Yeah, you drag him through the dirt, absolutely.
Actually,
it looks amazing.
Like, Mortal Kombat.
As Calica,
get over here.
You know, granted, Calica's 7 foot, but she is not the giant monstrosity that this thing is. When she just like goes around his leg, throws it over his shoulder, and just starts walking away with this thing dragging behind her. Yep. I like it quite a bit. Very nice. All right, Io, as you're dragging it towards you, will charge at the same time, and he'll bury. You know, he just comes galloping past you and uses the fact that you've taken it down to his advantage and stabs deep into its side with his pike, doing immense damage to the thing. He does that, plus another...
Now I've got the Mortal Kombat theme song stuck in my head.
Yeah, this thing is bleeding from multiple wounds now. It kind of just collapses to the ground. It's still alive, though. And you see him raise up above it with his hooves and comes thundering down on top of the bullet's head. Just crushes its head.
Nice.
Yeah.
Somebody's having crab for dinner.
It makes one last attempt to kind of get up and just studs to the ground, dead. You guys have murdered the bullet. Well done.
Cool.
Yay. Thanks, Sally.
With the help of Sally and your centaur friends.
Obviously not a hero.
Well done, guys. Well done. You have destroyed the bullet.
You should call him Boule now.
Yeah, the centaurs cheers one, and you know they are very excited about this creature which they have taken down. Let's see.
How long had we been sleeping or camping since?
So you guys traveled for the entire day without any trouble. You went to sleep. You slept for probably about 6 hours before this took place.
Okay, so...
You've been praying for a little while. And as you watch, the centaurs go up and they start basically carving up the bullet. Because they're nomadic hunters and it's what they do.
All right.
I kind of go over and get a better look at things, too. I'm curious about this.
Yeah, so you can get right up to it. You can take a good look at it. It
Should we ask them if
strikes
like
you as somehow like a cross between a giant mole and a shark. Is what it looks like.
Do any of these ones speak common?
No, these ones do not speak common. These guys only speak Elvish.
Okay. Aytrax, would they like us to start a fire?
So I'll ask if they want to do that.
They'll tell you no, that they feel as though they should move on. They're just going to harvest some of the meat, pack it away. You see them pull out some rough spun cloth that they're going to wrap it in.
Okay.
And
Tastes great. Let's
You know, they take the heart, they take the liver, they take the best parts of it. They leave the rest behind.
Hold on, Hart. I'm trying to see if there's any body parts that we can use.
I think it's got scales. Like it's like plates.
Yeah,
Like
it has overlapping
like,
plates that you could potentially. I'm sure you guys could take some of them if you wanted to.
Hey, I could use part of that as a shield if I could get it off.
Yeah, I would say. Let's see.
That middle plate.
Why not? Sure. Yeah, we'll say that it's hard enough that you could potentially turn it into somewhat of a shield, or maybe a shield covering, something like that.
All right. Do you want any of his fingers?
yeah, if there's like a claw or something.
Giant claw that's the size of your
There
arm.
is. You might have to go for the small one.
He does have, he has one claw that's only half the size of your arm.
That seems a bit big.
Maybe a tooth?
Yeah, does it have teeth? Or is it like a beak?
It has more of a beak, really, with sharp razor edges to it.
All right. Sorry, it might be shit out of luck this time, buddy.
All right, I'll take the smallest claw.
Okay.
Like,
yeah, you can absolutely cut it
if
off.
If it starts stinking, I'll get rid of it. I'm not that attached to it, but I think it's pretty neat.
So on my thing, I'm going to write shield-ish.
Yes, definitely shieldish.
Yeah, we might if we get to the Dwarven settlement, they might be able to fashion some straps on there or something so it's actually more usable.
Yeah. Cool. All right, so you guys.
If it's as big as you're saying it is, then that's got to be a massive plate.
Would you and your companions like any additional
town.
pieces of this fine kill we have before us, Aytrax, before we move on?
I don't want any meat.
What of your companions, though? Are they good with their harvest that they have? We should move on quickly.
So, you guys done?
This kill will attract other predators.
Yeah, I'm fine.
I think we're good.
All right, so.
You said they took all of the internals, right? Basically.
Yeah, they took the liver, they took the heart, they took some what looked like some nicer pieces of meat, as though they knew how to harvest this thing.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, cool.
I mean, I can ask them if they want us to carry any of that for them. I'm good unless you'd like us to carry some of that for you, or you'd like to cut up extra for us to carry.
They tell you that they're fine.
Okay, then I'm good.
Yeah, they have no problem carrying it whatsoever. They came packed pretty light anyways. They're only planning on being away from their
herd.
I wasn't going to use that word. Their clan for a couple of days. So it's not like they're burdened heavy at all.
This reminds me of my characters just collecting of stuff. It reminds me of if you guys are familiar with the old D&D Dark Sun campaign setting.
Oh, I love Dark Sun.
Where there was no real metal stuff. A lot of it was all bone and.
So you had to collect everything.
Yeah. Anyway,
Cool.
it just reminded me of that.
Yeah.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
So, pack up camp. You guys want to do anything else before you continue on with your journey?
I'm good.
No, we've had what's considered a long rest, correct?
Nope, I'm fine.
Yeah, you guys are well rested. I don't think anybody took any
collect
damage at all from it, did they? You guys pretty much overwhelmed the bullet pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
It got all of 4 attacks, maybe.
I've just used 1 rage, so.
Okay.
Because I haven't.
Cool. All right, so you guys continue onward toward making a path towards the Dwarven camp. They tell you that you're about a day. By the evening, you should be there. You go along, and you don't have any serious complications as you make your way down this trail.
Lucky.
Yeah, to say the least.
You would think he would just start lying about the dice rolls. Fuck it.
Okay, so
my integrity is no longer where it was.
Go ahead and do a. It's not survival for you guys at this point.
Nature.
Would you guys? I guess not. Not from where you're at. Okay, never mind. Yeah, you guys don't have to do that. Yeah, you guys travel for the entire day, no problems whatsoever. And you can tell the centaurs are overjoyed with their victory that they had.
Can we just take a pause?
Why?
Jonathan,
What?
John Schneed said,
Okay.
just kill off Tabitha's character. That should open up a seat at the table.
So, Chris wants to join us, by the way.
Smitty.
Yeah, Smitty wants to join us. Yeah. So, very nice of Schmeed to offer up Tabby for the slaughter.
Guess who's no longer taking him to the airport? Jackass.
All right, so you guys actually make it without any additional problems to the Dwarven village.
Cool.
And as you approach this thing, let me show you what it looks like. Let's see. Open that. And it looks like that. If you look on the Zoom, you'll see it. So this is what you are approaching. As evening's starting to set in behind you, you are approaching the Dwarven mining outpost.
So it is right on the mountain.
It is right on the mountain, yes. You guys have made it now to the edge of the mountain. It sits directly on the side of the mountain. Let's see here. So, you've been heading steadily uphill for most of the day as you work your way towards this thing. Along the hilly path, as you round the final bend in the trail, this is what you see before you. The Dwarven mining outpost. The Dwarven mining outpost is clearly a permanent settlement. It is not just something that is there temporarily. It has been there for quite a while. It's more of a heavily fortified village than a true outpost at this point. It sits on the edge of a deep ravine. The stone walls of the village are on the far side of the ravine and come directly up off the edge of it, forming an impressive moat between yourselves and the stone curtain before you. Out of a large archway extends a drawbridge across the ravine. The walls, the drawbridge, the supports, and the buildings beyond are all constructed out of finely crafted stone blocks. The walls extend left and right of the archway and run directly into high natural stone cliffs on either side of it. It makes for an impressive sight and is clearly meant as a strong defensive position.
It looks it.
Great.
The top half of the stone walls to the left and right of the archway are curved outward, presumably with round rooms behind them, and actually extend partially out over the ravine, with numerous arrow slits on both sides providing an excellent vantage point over anyone approaching on the forest path. Atop the stone walls and the archway sits dirty wooden roofing. From within the arrow slits, golden light can be seen as dust settles over the surrounding land.
Okay.
So the centaurs actually stop a little bit short of it, and the Kanakin will talk to Aytrax. It has been a great pleasure traveling with you, Aytrax. We could not have helped for a better hunt, and this harvest will be greatly enjoyed by us. You should be able to safely walk to the Dwarven village from here. My people and dwarves are not on friendly terms, perhaps, so I don't believe we will journey with you any further. Good luck from here, and we hope that you are able to find a measure of peace and your path back home.
Thank you for everything. Is there a way that we can? Is there a way that you recommend us approaching?
The dwarves should allow you to enter relatively easily. They are familiar with the furbolgs, as are we, and will likely recognize, if nothing else, the tartan colors that you wear. Okay. They'll communicate via Aytrax.
Yes. So
All
right. And at that, the three of them turn and they gallop off back down the trail, leaving you three there before the Dwarven gates. Blech.
Did they give us any meat?
No, they kept that with them.
Damn it.
I mean, you're finally at a village, so Yeah.
Yeah.
I forget. I think we do have some gold. Doesn't Sally have?
We have a
Yeah,
bunch
you
of
guys
stuff.
have quite a bit of gold.
I'm trying to remember if we
all of
actually
you.
have gold or if we actually have things of gold value.
Sally,
It's in our
actually-
journal. We actually have gold.
Okay, good. Because
Yeah, you guys have legitimate gold. Let me see here.
Oh shit, maybe not.
So, Sally has it written down. Almost 90% sure. You guys have 50 gold pieces.
We have gems.
Yeah, you have 50 gold that you found.
Okay.
If you remember way back when you
Right.
guys found the first original altar of Malar, you guys found a bag of, I think, gold at that point.
Okay. Yeah. I remember.
Hidden in the base of the altar.
Okay.
just for heading in this town and trying to, I'm assuming we'll want to try to get an inn and stuff. I didn't know if we needed to try to hawk all of our
Yeah.
goods right away or.
So before we continue any further, let's go ahead and we will take a break.
Sounds good.
Outstanding.
Dun, dun, dun,
Cool.
dun, dun,
All right, so anybody out there in Twitch land watching us, by chance, we will be back in just a moment, taking a short break. And actually, I seem to vaguely remember, I think I can do something with this break here.
Yeah. So I ate that whole eggplant with it's black garlic balsamic vinegar.
Mhm.
Amazing. It's not cooked, by the way. You weren't here when I asked if I was supposed to cook eggplant before I ate it.
You ate it raw?
Yeah.
That's weird.
It was pretty good.
That's kind of what I told her, too. I've never
It
eaten raw
kind of
eggplant
tastes like
before.
almost dried apples. Not as sweet as
it's-
apples, but that's the texture.
Eggplants has got like a kind of a porous, especially uncooked. I'm assuming it's going to be like kind of watery, chewy.
Yeah, one of the things that when I cook eggplant, at least what I do usually, is so I'll slice it, I'll sprinkle some salt on it to help draw out the moisture,
Mhm.
and then I will place it on a paper towel below and above it and put like a heavy cooking book on top of it or something to like press out some of the moisture.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, since it was
You
pretty
almost treat
much
it-
like in balsamic vinegar.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you almost
Like-
treat it like tofu, where like you cut it and then like put it in a towel to get moisture like out of it. So if you cook it though, it can get soggy if you don't do that. That's why. Like,
Yeah, I fried
get-
it the other day with the bell peppers.
Yeah.
It tasted good, but I really didn't like the consistency.
Yeah. Just sprinkle a little bit of salt on there and try to get some water out.
But yeah,
Or you can cook it really hot, like on a griddle or something like that. And
I'll probably
try to,
buy
like,
a bottle
sear
of this and bring it to BEB, but it's our local. They made a black garlic balsamic vinegar.
That sounds great.
Oh my god!
I just
so good.
I got some mushroom like infused soy sauce from like grocery store yesterday that it's like super good.
Yeah, I'll have to bring us some treat since I can bring it because I'm driving.
Yeah, I gotta buy tickets and everything. But actually,
Oh god, Josh, you're so
Yeah.
late.
well, yeah, I have a bunch of like stuff. Like I have like a month where I'm not gonna be at home.
I'll be right back, guys.
Kind of an important person. Food time.
All right. I'm back. With food. Everybody on Twitch can watch me eat. Ah. Actually, I have another view of this place for you guys, too. Let's go ahead and pull that up. Let's see. Share that. There we go. I don't think we have anybody on Twitch right now. It's kind of surprising.
Oh, well.
Usually there's always a few people hanging out.
I would watch more Twitch, but I have so little free time. It's like, nah.
Let's see. Well, let's do it this way instead. My headphones on right now if you're talking. Should probably throw one in. There we go.
Nobody's talking.
Okay. Well then.
Okay.
Does anybody else just eat buttered toast?
Yeah.
Like, that's still a staple at my house. Like, my mom and dad, like, just a loaf of bread and butter, like, butter and toast. Done. Like, every meal.
My dad used to eat like just sugar on like buttered bread.
Why
It was like
wouldn't you?
Yeah, that was like a Great Depression like food staple.
I love the names, like, bread check, butter check, sugar check. That sounds good.
Yeah.
I mean, think of it though. Most of like your cookies and cakes and everything is just butter and sugar mixed together.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good to me. Let's be honest though, if there's carbs involved,
Me too.
pretty much a carb. I think that's what I've been missing with this diet. So many vegetables, and I'm like not doing enough carbs. I probably
It's
am
always the
doing
problem.
that, but not enough for me, you know. Like, but I miss you.
All right, let's see. All right, guys, ready to continue this fine adventure?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
Ready.
I changed the map a little bit. This is another view of the village that you guys are heading into.
Cool.
Let me check it out. Oh wow!
So,
Did you draw that?
no. Actually, it's from an artist over on DeviantArt is where I pulled it from. And I'll link to his artwork and his name on the actual page when I finally post this episode. So he can get the credit that's due to him. Let's see. Okay, so you guys approach the gate. What do you want to do? You're standing, probably you're at the bend. You're probably 50 yards from the gate, we'll say.
Are there guards posted?
We'll say it's 100 yards, actually, a little ways off. Yeah, you can see that there's a couple of Dwarven guards.
I'm going to greet them in Dwarvish and sort of say, hello.
As your universal translator you have with you.
Pretty much. I'm C-3PO. You haven't figured that out yet?
Yeah. They will acknowledge the fact that you said hello to them. Kind of nod their heads in your direction. They don't give you any opposition to you being able to enter the village.
Cool.
They do look you up and down, and they kind of you two. They look at Hart and Sally relatively quickly. They look much more quizzical at both Calica and Hart, and
What if I wink?
And Aytrax. But they don't make any open effort to stop you from entering the village, as though they're not terribly surprised to see individuals coming from that direction, and
they're used to travelers coming in.
Yeah, maybe it has to do with the fact that you guys are wearing the furball colors, and they recognize that they're the Tarkans and stuff associated with them. They are guards, so there's a chance that they've had to do some upkeep of the path, and they possibly are aware of the furballs being out there.
All right, so I'd say just let's keep our eyes open and gingerly walk forward.
Okay, so you guys walk in, and the first thing you see. So you walk in, and
can I ask the guards, or can I have Aytrax? Aytrax, can you ask them where the inn is at, or if there's an inn, or something?
Yep, some kind of place for travelers.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Does he speak?
This is your first time to Copper Heights.
To wherever we are.
Yeah, wherever you are. This is your first time to Copper Heights?
Yes, sir.
Is that in common?
Oh, yeah, it's in Dwarven. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because Aytrax is speaking Dwarven to him, and nobody's spoken to him in common yet. So.
You guys want to try? Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll ask if they can speak common. Or.
Oh yeah. What kind of dwarves do you take us for? Of course. So
No.
Probably some fancy city folk, aren't you? I don't know what you're doing coming into this gate. Typically, most of the merchants come up the southern road. It's a bit odd, actually. You guys coming this way and wearing the colors that you have. Did you ever run with the furballs? We don't see many wearing their colors.
Yeah, we've come from their village. We helped them out with some troubles they were having, and they gave us some clothes.
Wow. Yes, you asked about the inn. You can find the Prancing Griffin. Just stay to the left as you walk into the courtyard. You'll see it along there.
Thanks a bunch.
Cool. So, as you guys walk past them in, one of the first things that you notice is that there's a fine coppery colored dust and soot on nearly everything and everywhere, as though it's hanging in the air itself.
Do we see any
What's
smokestacks?
like?
You do see smokestacks, especially further on. You see much more smoke back further into the village. Yep, absolutely. And you actually cough a little bit as you're taking your first couple of breaths inside the village here. And you feel as though maybe it would have some detrimental effects to you if you spent a long time in the village itself. It doesn't feel like it's the healthiest place to be hanging out at. And as a matter of fact, if you guys spend more than a week in the village, your constitution will go down by will be lowered by 1 temporarily until you spend 24 hours outside the village.
So, John,
Does it smell like copper?
So.
Okay. Yeah, so Aytrax was you like, what's the strange sound you two are making?
Do we see other people walking around?
Yeah. So walking through the eastern gate where you guys came from,
Yeah.
You walk into an open courtyard area. On both sides of the courtyard sit various close-fitting stone buildings. Also with the dirty wooden roofing, much like, looking similar to the front wall, basically, that you walked in. Similar looking stone, similar looking construction to that. And right in front of you, in the center of the courtyard, you see this. And you guys will see it up on Zoom right now.
Yee.
Large copper-colored statue in the center of the village of a great dwarf high above with a double-bladed axe and what appears to be, based on your recent experience with them, a dead werebat at its feet. Or half of a werebat, in this case.
My people.
And...
So when you say tall...
it goes... Let's see.
It's taller than me. How much do you want?
Yeah. The statue is about...
Another 3 feet?
It is a large centerpiece in this. It's about 15 feet high.
Okay.
Copper-colored, very, very pristine condition, as though it is taken care of. Unlike everything else around it, this is the one thing in the village not covered by dust.
Are there other people in this square, in this courtyard?
Yep. One second, I'll get there. Moving closer. Anybody want to move up to the statue and look at it a little bit closer?
I was going to say, are there other people looking at it?
No, there's other individuals milling about, going about business and stuff like that, but nobody's actively looking at the statue at the moment.
Yeah, I'll gawk at it like a tourist.
Like a tourist? Okay. So as you move closer, you see that it is a powerful dwarven warrior standing over top of the body of a fallen werebat. You guys instantly recognize the werebat based on your previous experience with them. At the base of the statue, it reads, "We honor, raised in honor to the mighty Orange Llama Legion and their epic victory in the Great Werebat Wars."
Werebat Wars? That sounds
Yes.
like a good drunken story we can listen to.
Yes. So, it is a statue of the Orange Llama Legion and their epic victory in what's called here, at least, the Werebat Wars. Great Werebat Wars. Let me not cheapen the statue.
Okay.
Okay. The stone buildings at your side of the courtyard appear to be local shops of various types. Numerous individuals are about, with the vast majority of them being dwarves. You also see several gnomes about, and 1 or 2 humans and elves. The vast majority of the individuals you see appear to be working class types, going about their normal lives, the exception being the humans and elves, who are dressed considerably more nicely than most of the dwarves and gnomes.
Like merchants?
Like merchants, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
What time of day is it?
It is now early evening, and there's various torches being lit around you in the up and down the streets.
I say we locate the inn and see if there's like a bar in it.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think we
so
should settle in. Then maybe tomorrow we can, figure out what we're going to do.
Okay.
Yeah, we can ask
Sell
some stuff.
ask around, get the lay of the land, and figure out what we want to do.
While we're settling down and having dinner or something, we can probably chat whoever's doing the serving and.
All right, so as you guys look for the inn that the guard described to you, you see one of these shops, actually the center one on the southern side of the courtyard here, that has a has a wooden placard hanging outside the front of it over the door, and on the placard is a image of the silliest looking griffin that you've ever seen. As a matter of fact, if you can imagine a griffin prancing, this is probably what it would look like.
I actually can picture that quite easily.
The inn itself is a 2-story stone building. As you guys walk in, assuming that you walk into the place, there's a huge mural of the Orange Llama Legion battling werebats on the left-hand wall as you walk in, and other foul creatures battling werebats and other foul creatures. Accommodations in the room consist of, you guys wouldn't know that yet. The inn itself actually smells a little bit different than what it did outside. It smells more of coal smoke in here. And you get the feeling that maybe it was, once this place was used for something else, maybe it was a blacksmith shop or something like that at one point. You can see some old tools hanging from the walls and stuff like that. Grant's also in a Dwarven inn, so maybe that's just Dwarven decorating of the finest sort. You're not really sure.
Fancy.
Behind the bar, you see who is presumably the innkeeper or the bartender. Short female dwarf. And let's see. What about her? She has, reddish copper hair, blue eyes. She is rather stout individual, a little bit taller than most of the dwarves that you've seen so far. And she's wearing barmaid's clothes. Got the brassiere on, the dwarven boobies hiked up nice and high to get some extra tips, and she's going about serving drinks.
Is she a little older? Like
a little bit, yeah. She's not young for sure.
40s?
Yeah, basically, dwarven version of 40s. Dwarven version of midlife to a little bit later.
Just about 100 or so.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the dwarven version of that.
Hard living.
Do you guys want to look around? Do you want to approach her? What do you want to do?
I think we should.
Yeah, I want to ask if there's rooms available.
Yeah. And looking around the room, you guys see other dwarves for the most part in this room. You actually don't see any humans at all at the moment, but it doesn't mean there won't be any here. You just see mostly dwarves in there right now.
I mean, with the seating accommodations, like.
Yeah, you guys can find. There's an empty table there that you guys can go. There's a couple empty spots at the bar. It's not terribly busy yet. It's early evening still.
But would they fit us? Would that be comfortable?
Yeah. You can totally fit. Yeah, without that.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, they might be, because it's Dwarven Village, it's a little bit shorter than usual, but dwarves aren't terribly short.
Oh,
compared to Hart and
Sally.
Stout. Yeah, they're pretty stout. So. Yep.
Yeah.
I know. I read up on them.
All right. So do you guys just want to go get a table and then maybe we'll come over and they'll come over and we can ask about rooms and stuff?
Yeah, I'd say let's get a table and kind of show her that we're gonna stay and invest a little bit in her establishment prior to just bombarding her with if she had a room.
Cool.
So yeah.
All right, so you guys take your seat at the table, and the barkeep looks up, sees you over there, walks out from behind the bar, comes on over to the table.
She wearing
what you be having? Oh, what kind of creature are you? Looking directly at Calica.
Hi. I'm a tabaxi.
A tabaxi?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Aren't you an interesting looking one? Well, don't be causing no trouble here in my establishment.
Of course not, my dear.
Not often I come across a creature I haven't seen before. Are you a natural creature?
I don't know, am I?
Yeah, you're of this plane. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
Huh. How about you? You a gnome and a halfling and what's this wooden this wooden thing that you have with you? No.
Aytrax.
Did you build this gnome? This is some fine craftsmanship here.
No, we found him.
You found him this way?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, you so they're a strange lot. Don't be causing no trouble in my pub, and we'll be okay. What can I get for you? The dried mutton and asparagus is especially good today, I might say.
Yeah, we'll have a round of drinks and whatever you have for food, at least for 3 of us.
All right. So she wanders back over. You see her walk to a door that's behind the bar there. She hollers back into it. Triard, we need to order 4 mutton and asparagus up right quick. And you see her go over to a big keg that's sitting on this bar, fills up 4 mugs up to the top, comes over,
Aytrax, do you eat?
sets them in the middle of the table, and
I can't eat. I don't have to eat, so I'll eat to be polite.
and what would be your names?
I'm Hart.
Calica.
So
As Calica takes a big swig over beer.
I tell her I'm Aytrax.
All right, and Sally will introduce himself too. Nice to meet you. I'm Andilia. She can't pronounce her own name, apparently. Andalita. Yeah. I'm Andalita. Nice to meet you. Will you be needing a room?
Yes.
It's a stupid name I can come up with for these people.
Yeah, if there's room for us, we'd like a room at least for one night.
Okay.
Probably a few.
Yeah, and there's room for you guys in the inn. Yeah. Without a doubt, there's room for you.
Are we gonna do 1 room or like 2 rooms or 3 rooms or 5 rooms?
Well, the 4 of you be bunking together. I'm not sure exactly how the tabaxi type and this wooden fellow how they swing.
I don't really swing because
How many rooms do you guys want?
2.
2. So.
Well, I think this is like a common room that we're in now, right?
Right. Yep.
Maybe she might be interested in taking a little bit off of the bill if Sally performs. Maybe even tells a story of our like combat with the werebats, since it seems to be a mark of pride, like in this village.
Okay. Go ahead and do a persuasion roll to get your tab knocked down.
All right.
I'll assist.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well, Sally should. Yeah, Sally would be like assisting. He's
Yeah. Somebody's gonna roll for him.
Oh, I need to with advantage.
Yeah. Take your assist.
She's hardcore. She's just not like you.
She's not sure about that. Does anybody else want to try to convince her?
Yeah, I will. Since I'm the oddity. Just persuade her?
Yeah.
Let's see. Wink, wink. Man, she's a tough one. Tough broad.
Yeah, she's not convinced. She tells you it's going to be, what do you guys want, 4 rooms or 2 rooms?
Let's see how much 1 room is first.
So she tells you it's 2 silver a room a night.
Oh, let's get 4 rooms then.
Yeah, 4 is good.
All right, that will be 8 silver. I'll tell the lad to get the rooms ready for you.
Thanks.
Let me know if you need anything else. Just holler. And she heads back over behind the bar, run around and take care of everybody else. What is that?
Clown shoes that squeak.
His squeaky ass clown shoes. Nice.
It's a giraffe.
All right. Yeah. So you guys are in here, hanging out, having your food, having your drinks. Let's see.
Is there other people?
There are other people. Or? There's a number of other dwarves. Up at the bar, you see 2 dwarves, a female and a male dwarf sitting together. One of them has matted copper hair, poorly kept beard, and amber eyes. Wearing fine clothing and actually has a cap on with a feather in it. The female is tall and slender as far as dwarves go. With copper brown hair and brown eyes, also has fine clothing on and is wearing black gloves on her hands. Besides that, you see, let's see. Let me pull this over 1 second. on the opposite side of the room, so you guys are sitting on the left-hand side of the room. Over on the right-hand side, you see a dwarf with black hair, black beard, narrow face, blue eyes, and actually is sitting with about 6 companions of his, and they're all joking around and carousing and whatnot. They're all wearing what you assume is working class clothes. They all look, like they basically just tumbled out of the mine and went straight to the bar.
Would I'm gonna tell Aytrax, if you can you hear anything that they're saying?
Yeah, I'm gonna listen, sort of unobtrusively, sort of conversations. I'm not gonna let it on that I speak Dwarven.
I'm just gonna eat and drink and pick up vibes.
And as you guys are sitting there, another dwarf will come walking in, kind of sauntering on into the bar, dressed in, again, nice clothing, short with thick black hair, no beard, and brownish eyes also, and she'll go up and sit at the opposite end of the bar, kind of on the same side as you guys are on, up at the bar. And you guys hear the most of the conversation you can hear as you guys sit there relaxing is from the carousing group of them. The one with the narrow face and black hair and black beard and blue eyes, it seems to be the one that the others are kind of gathered around and really listening to, for the most part, kind of center of attention. Seems to be going on a bit about the Orange Llama Legion, as a matter of fact, and about how they were the greatest legion ever, and just bragging about them defeating the werebats. And the others, as you watch, are kind of like rolling their eyes as though they've heard this tale 1,000 times before.
Nice.
I'm interested to know, like, if there's like a caravan that like comes and goes, like for trading and things like that.
Who do they trade with?
Well, yeah, I'm assuming that they go down to the southern city. I think that that eventually should be like our goal, and to know like what's going on in the city. But yeah, I asked the I don't know I forgot what her name was, but
so don't worry. She doesn't remember her own name. Don't worry about it. That was Andilda. There we go. Andalita. Yeah, we'll go with that. I like that. Andalita.
All right. Yeah, next time she comes around, I want to ask that, and as well as maybe I don't know if there's like a place to sell and buy goods and such.
All right. And as you guys are sitting there, a human comes walking in, and either what you think is probably a halfling. Doesn't look like it's full elvish, but looks like it's probably a halfling. The human has black hair and gray eyes. What else about her? She's wearing kind of, let's see, what's her clothing look like for you guys? It doesn't look necessarily like a merchant. She looks more like a craftsman of some kind. And she's actually got a apron down the front of her. And,
I was gonna say, is she wearing an apron?
Yeah, she is actually wearing like a half apron kind of, and her sleeves are rolled up onto her arms. And she comes walking in with a male halfling. Has a round face, short gray hair, dark gray eyes, and the halfling is actually wearing some fine like leather armor up top, and has a battle axe and a shield on his back as he comes walking in, and they go up to the bar together too.
Okay, is he like behind her or beside her? Like, are they?
They're talking to each other, merrily talking away as they walk up. All right, so who do you guys want to go talk to? Anybody?
Tired.
What, tired? Is that what he said? All right, yeah, we can actually wrap it up here for the night if you guys want. We got a crowd in this bar. It seems to be a little bit busier as you guys are sitting here.
Yeah. Well, I think, and just for what's happening next, it'd be good to have Sally around to do some planning.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he'd be interested in seeing if they have any instruments and things.
Right. I know he's been super excited to get to a village so he can buy some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he'll have questions for people here too, I'm sure, along with the rest of you guys. So that's a good spot to stop for the night.
Yeah.
Is
I
it
gotta
10
freshen
o'clock?
myself up with the I forgot what archetype I picked, and I believed it was dealing with like city stuff, so I get bonuses to like I don't know, just like detecting the currents of the city and things like
finding
that.
out information as to what's going on and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was trying.
My personality trait is I can note the location of valuables. I don't know.
Yeah, you're urban bounty hunter.
And ear to the ground.
And ear to the ground, yep. So, cool. Yeah, we'll call it a night there, guys. It's been another episode of Debauchery and Dragons. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. You killed a bullet. Yeah, I'll have to do the math and figure out how much experience you guys got out of all this. I think you did pretty decently, to say the least.
Yeah, and avoided the basilisk.
Avoided a bunch.
Good.
Gosh, we're so observant.
Yeah, you guys avoid the basilisk.
This is how you make levels.
Yeah, you guys avoid the basilisk. You let somebody else kill the basilisk for you again.
Man. Popcorn next time.
Let's see.
Almost froze to death.
Yeah. For anybody that's out there listening to this, make sure that you go and subscribe to the podcast on iTunes. Follow us here on Twitch. If you're watching on Twitch right now, subscribe to our Facebook page, our Twitter page. If you are following us on iTunes, you enjoy what you listen to, please go there. Give us a 5-star rating. Give us a good review. It really, really does help as far as like getting more people to know about the podcast.
I could be interested in an Italian husband.
Tabby's looking for a husband, so if you're interested in that, she responds very positively to good reviews. So post on our iTunes account how you are interested in marrying Calica and a little bit of details about yourself.
I put it on my POF page.
She only responds to 5-star reviews, though. So, guys,
the whole point of this D&D is just
I'm a D&D
like Tabby's like Tinder podcast.
Yes, this is actually exactly.
So I'm not allowed to die yet.
Cool. All right. Hope everybody had a great time tonight. And that's going to wrap up another episode of Debauchery and Dragons. See you, everybody.
See ya.